sorry ass, or how you want to use every. He ain't lying. Your life
mad,
is a
man.
joke. You fucking tail cocksucker.
I am mad that Michael Rappaport turned into a fucking Susan and just said, "I'm calling my lawyers." I'm like,
that's what he did. No, because here's the thing. Because Catino Mobley was going to do the same thing. Then he had met every during the big three. He kept on putting a mic in Catino's face, knowing that Catino can't stand him. Catino Mobley's a nigga from Philly. You keep testing any of these black men that had to come up. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put it to you this way. I'll put it this way, Chris. Bradley Bill said it best. There's only 400 of us, man. There's only 400 of us, and I'm be damned if you gonna take playing time from me. So so you mean to tell me you gonna talk down to these black men who had to scrape and crawl to get to the NBA just for you to say you don't play defense down low good, bro. I can disrespect you because your game's not that good. Like his turned into a fucking Susan and just said, "I'm calling." I'm sorry, what?
Nah. Somebody replayed the whole thing that I just said. Turned into a Susan.
Oh God! I didn't even know he was live. Hi,
guys.
Everybody does a warm. Everybody do push-ups.
No, sir. I just did push-ups earlier. I will not be doing any more push-ups.
I love that Michael Rappaport really thought he had a black friend. That's just really what it is, man. This is why
Rappaport has never been checked, and he got checked, and now all of a sudden,
ain't no way he has not been checked.
Okay,
ain't no way in the world.
D. Hey D.
I'm listening. What's up?
No, my nigga, I'm not fucking with you. You are popping like crazy. I stepped away, took my phone, put it on the podcast to listen to it. I swear, I think it's that cable. I think it's the cable that's plugged into your mic. It's causing that shit every time you talk.
It's like, I hate this.
No, I'm dead serious. If I was over in that area, I would literally hand you my mic that I'm using. I put that on everything. I would give you my mic.
Oh man,
this will probably cost us. No, this will probably cost us a possible sponsorship. But fuck Blue Yeti.
I had a Blue Yeti mic. That was what I'd use initially and stuff, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, this mic that I think it's the it was actually the podcast fucking kit.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot the name of the company. But it's just basically it's funny. It's the same type of mic that we use at it was the same mic that we use at San Diego.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, same mic we use at San Diego. I just plugged it back in and it works perfectly. But it could be the cord too, because I know that Blue Yeti cord was a bitch.
I was gonna say it's definitely a faulty cord.
Because I mean, I don't have the board that I'm using for this mic is like USB, but the mic itself is one of those
it's an XLR. You got an XLR.
Yeah, XLR. So it's like perfect. So you don't get that popping and stuff. It's just like straight up. I was thinking about that's why I was going back and forth on whether to get that other mic for streaming to use, and I was like, it's USB. I don't know how good a quality it would be.
I personally would always go XLR over anything.
Because that was the one that people use for streaming, when they're gaming and stuff too. So, damn.
Go to the chat. Hey, Chris, go to the chat real quick.
We're in the money. Oh. That is what? Oh, damn. Thermal paste. Why would you spray that much? Who does that?
I don't know. I just saw it from V's post. That's what was it? She linked it from things that are not aesthetic.
I mean, seriously, what in the world? Like, you only need like literally like a dime size, and even then,
you're supposed to put like a tiny drop, and then you use a credit card or just some type of card to just even it out. Just spread that shit real thin.
Oh my god, man. Dude, they are going in. And rightfully so, man. Get it in person over watching it on the screen.
What?
Then somebody was like, everybody missing your point. I'm like, no, you can't sit there and talk about she's being sarcastic. Get the fuck out of my face. No, she was not being sarcastic. She was being dead ass serious.
Oh, they talking about the chick that broke up with her boyfriend, right?
No. I'm talking about the chick that was like paying money versus paying OnlyFans. I'm like, man, get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah.
Is this better?
Yes.
Whatever.
It's like, I'll sit there and be like, oh, pay my $10 for my milquetoast fucking OnlyFans. Nah, I'm good.
You really have it out for this chick in her own.
No, that shit really irks me because I'm like, yo, what possessed you to think that was really the move right there? That's just funny.
I told you, Chris. This is what happens when you go. Oh, come on, D. They're trying to make a living. This is what I told you from the beginning. We was going to get it. We was going to get a Diana that was lazy.
Yeah, because me and Super
was going to get it. We was going to get a Tiana that didn't want to do nothing.
Yeah,
I told you.
How's your name on Twitter? Top 3%. I'm like, if you top 3%, you wouldn't be bitching about people not paying for your fucking.
I told you. Got these regular vanilla ass girls.
It's like, why are you paying $100 for a prostitute? Because I can feel titties and get my dick sucked. How about that? Shit.
At minimum, I'm getting my dick sucked.
I'm sorry.
You
how
can't
much
compete.
Chris?
I'm sorry. Your OnlyFans can't compete with that.
This chick said 100 plus.
100 plus.
Yeah.
100 plus.
100 plus versus
100 plus.
versus $10 a month for her OnlyFans.
Wait. Now, all right. Now I need the whole. Wait. Now I need. I don't feel like I need full scope now. Wait.
Okay. She said, and I quote: "Niggas will pay $100 plus for some pussy, but won't pay $10 to subscribe to somebody's OnlyFans."
Okay. I hate to tell you this. Crackhead prices are amazing. You won't believe it. There are some girl, and hold up. And here's a little thing. The fat cats in Washington don't want you to know. Some girls who look just like you will fuck for free.
Yeah, it's called a Tinder date. It's called a Tinder date.
Wait,
Hey, I'm sorry. Chris.
Hold on.
No, it's not. It's called I Got Weed.
That's a minute. That is true. God damn it!
Sorry.
Hey, Eris, I'm a little bit pissed at you because everything I do is a snap, crackle,
Don't get pissed at me because you got a shitty ass cord that decided to say fuck you.
I know you not talking Peter Piper pick peppers and I write rhymes. I know
you can. First of all, nigga, you can blow that straight out of your ass. I have a pop filter and the proper mic.
Eris,
get on my level.
Hey, Eris, I got data on you. I edit all the shows. I edit all the shows.
The point is,
we can open up the phone book because you don't edit shit, so I got you already.
The point is.
So guess what? Hold on. Guess what? Maybe you wouldn't have to edit if the shit was working right.
Ooh, really, Eris? You're getting mad because I'm giving you the same energy you gave me. For real, my nigga?
Folks, this is how 3BG is breaking up. Who knew?
Hey, shut the fuck up, Chris. Because it's gonna break up with you saying something stupid at the wrong time. That's that. Look, we already got bets on that.
What hell?
Chris, Chris, Chris. I know you. It ain't gonna be hell Trump. Come on, nigga. Come on, have some respect for yourself. I know you, Chris. If we're gonna break up, this shit gonna go in glory. Let me tell y'all exactly how it's gonna go down. Chris. We're going to see. It's going to be Chris that does it. Let me make it that very clear because I know I'm loud. I can say whatever. I know Eris kind of. Wow. You know, there's a lot of women that don't like that. Like Eris does a lot of it. Yeah, sure. But Chris, a dead child. Chris, doo. Oh my God. What?
It's like, it's happening, guys. It's happening.
No. That doop. You said something like, Chris, did you think of any of that? Oh, fuck.
No, see, it's not gonna be the hold on, D. It's not gonna be the fact that Chris says that. It's gonna be me co-signing.
Nah, I don't even think it's gonna be close. You know what?
No, it will be. It'll be me co-signing because they're gonna look. They will say, I guarantee you, someone's gonna come out and say, "Look, I expected this from you, CJ, but DJ, for real."
Really?
You're barely there. Aren't you still in Japan? I thought he was a turtle.
And then the ones that are gonna say, the ones that are gonna say, like, you still in Japan. I'm like, you don't listen to 3BG.
Like, yes, I do. I've been yes, I do. Yes, I do listen to 3BG because y'all get this show. I do listen to 3BG. I listen to y'all Grand Theft Auto podcast 55 times.
So you're the guy that spent 4,500
and D just took a tumble. I heard that, Mike. He took a tumble.
Folks, I want you to understand something here. Here's what's funny. I didn't tell these guys this, right? So D one day presented this under the guise of being serious is like this is Sherlock Holmes mystery. Like,
what?
All right, guys. I love that our Grand Theft Auto podcast was great. I need to know who the fuck downloaded all these.
No, Chris. This is an ongoing thing. You know what? F it. We can say this there, right? This is an ongoing thing. There might be there's got to be like 3 people that got that like on a playing list, and it just gets played all the time. And
Nigeria.
I wish it was. It would make sense if it was Nigeria. No, I'm looking at where the country, like you look at where the country's origin come from. I'm thinking like Russia. I don't know, like Lithuania, like somewhere where a bot is there. You know what I mean? If it's at Montenegro, I'm like, aha, you know what I mean? So like that. I don't know. And I'm thinking to myself, well, D, maybe they like it. Maybe they're Brazil.
It's like the Super Sentai ones that popped up on our Facebook channel. It kept getting likes from people from freaking the Philippines. And I was like Indonesia and stuff. And then I was I forget because that area does like Super Sentai.
I was gonna say that makes total sense because they eat that shit up.
You know what I found out was either A, it's a glitch, and it's just not purporting all of our stuff correctly, or B,
I'll take that data. At least it's hard.
But then it's but here's the funny thing, and I actually looked at it. It's not a bot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean
that's the crap that's throwing me off.
I will say the old numbers before they changed up, I could say them bots a couple times.
I can still say that some of them are bots. Every now and then you can say like, oh man, really? Somebody in the middle of China wants to hear us talk about I don't know, Ride starring on Malik Yoba. Really?
Some people don't like black
China.
People. What's going on here, China?
You know what I'm saying? I can buy certain places like that, but sometimes it's like whatever. So what really gets me is this. I wasn't that good of a podcast. It's really not a good one. I remember we did that right beside our Call of Duty one. And I remember our Call of Duty one, at least in my opinion, being way better, but nobody listened to that.
No, but going back to what you were saying, though, it's like, yeah, there are some women that will do all that for free. Free 99.
Free 99, yeah. Look at the underside of your nuts.
I was like, yo, because when I saw that. Yeah, I mean, look, hey, I've been on plenty of online dating sites years ago where it was like, oh, well, yeah, sex. Didn't really have to do much to get to that point.
Here's the thing. When it comes to it is what always throws me off. I hate people that will say that, like y'all spend all this pussy for yada yada yada, but won't do this and won't do that, and then get mad when but then attack people who are monogamous. Like that doesn't make any sense. Like you're like I never like the people, the girls who are side chicks that always talk about loyalty and they get mad at somebody's getting married.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
It's the most underhanded. I've seen it live on Facebook. It's fucking hilarious. I didn't even know some of these chicks I was friends with, but they'd be saying some like underhanded, like just jabs. I'm like, whoa, who hurt you?
Boy,
you were the side chick.
I ran into an eye of a hurricane on one. It was a girl that went to my school. I'm keeping it 50,000. I'm keeping it $50 with you, Chris. I don't remember this bitch. And you probably say, why you call her a bitch? I called her a bitch. I don't know her. But anyway, I barely remember her. But she got into this back and forth with this other chick. Basically, homegirl, who, like I said, I don't know like that. She called herself an 8 out of 10. Now, D, what is she? She's pretty in the face. D, what is she? She's pretty in the face. D, what is she? Her titties look deflated. So you're gonna have like that's points. That's points off. And I'm not talking about girls that got the low hangers that like they kind of hook in. You like,
Yeah.
I ain't talking about this. I ain't talking about the girls that got the natural low hangers. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking pop. I'm talking like one of them.
Wow.
And you got the nerve. They were going back and forth, and finally he said, "Hey D, yes, you notice all the people in this group, don't you?" I know a couple of them. Hey D, flex why 3 black geeks is 3 black geeks. All right. So first off, the girl you yelling at is a 4, but I didn't know that 5s had the nerve to yell back at a 4. I went in. Did I get like not banned, cut, what what I'm saying, unfriended? No, because apparently, well, see, you married and your eyes cannot be on a woman like me.
Yeah, sure about that?
Cool. Whatever. Anyway, I always it kills me, Chris, because some people, just some people, not all people, some people really do have a bigger self-worth of themselves than what they really are. There is one thing to say you have high
confidence.
High self-esteem, confidence. That's one thing. And then there's like clown shoes. You don't realize how stupid you look, do you? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo. You walking over here like your pussy made out of rainbows and fucking Dragon Ball DVDs. You're like, really? Like, honestly.
Dude, I saw that shit. I was like, I mean, clearly you do not know what guys will pay for. And to be honest with you, like I said, I told Aries this earlier. I was like, combing through all them leak OnlyFans and stuff. It's like, yeah, I see why some of y'all got some dry ass OnlyFans, because you ain't doing anything to make anybody feel it's worth their time.
I told you the only reason why I knew some of this is because if there was, before OnlyFans became an easy thing for people to get, if there were already cam girls lazing it up, right, like on Pornhub and all X video, what make you think when there's an influx of it that it's going to get better? If anything, it's like when rappers realize they can put their songs on the internet. You're about to get you about to get a plethora of different styles, and a lot of it ain't going to be good. You know what I mean?
Man. Oh god, man, that shit.
That's just the best way of saying it. And I think a lot of people just get mad, like, oh man, they're trying to be they think, whatever. But you know what, Chris? You know what's Chris? You know what was what confused me though today? I wasn't listening actually. Steve Harvey was on. I actually wasn't listening to this morning. It was just playing music. Anyway, yeah, you know what I mean? I wasn't listening, and they was talking about Nas X, and they went in, and Steve Harvey went full Christian on that one. Y'all, young people, y'all got to realize. I understand. You got to understand what you subscribe to and all the rest of that. Sure, I do get that. Where it stops for me is that when like an hour ago, y'all were talking about why you can't be in a relationship like that and how to get out of it. And well, if that was me and all the rest of that, I'm thinking like, that's adultery. Why y'all getting mad at the homosexual that's trolling y'all?
I mean, that's been a thing since we were in church. I mean, it's I remember it goes in waves too, because I remember as a kid, there was all this thing that if chicks that are single moms and stuff, the church would be like, "Oh, you're a single mom. Ooh, like you got the fucking scarlet letter or some shit for a hot
They really
didn't
do it in our church like that. They really didn't
not like that, but it was like,
but
you
knew. Oh yeah, come on. Of course, I think that's and I think the sad part about it is that's going to be pretty much in every church.
Yeah,
that's going to be like that. Like, what are you talking about? You like right here? Oh, bring it in. You know she did out of wedlock. Sister Jenkins, you were masturbating 5 hours ago before you went to bed. Shut up.
I keep bringing this up, Sister Jenkins. Didn't your husband have another family like 2 towns over, like back in
Nah,
the
I
day?
don't even do that shit. That's shit you attack 80-year-old women that you don't care about with that crap. That's what
That's how much of a savage I am because it
you
like
don't,
I
you
didn't
don't
real,
hit
I
that
didn't,
to
I
you do that
didn't
to a
really,
woman you do that woman till you around your mama's age. Like, first off, I wish my husband did have a second job to afford another family. Then maybe I can. Don't do it to you can pull that shit on a woman who is 80 to 90 years old. She go like, yeah, and I loved him, and he took care of his family now.
like back when you could take care of the family for $1.
Like I like how old school black women are always changing up every generation. I already know what it is going to be for millennial girls. Millennial girls who are going to be old school, they're going to have this one thing, and I already know what it is. They're going to agree with Dave Chappelle. Okay, I understand that, honey. You want to have that baby, good. So guess what? It's no longer that man's responsibility to take. No, you need to listen.
Oh no. Here's another one though.
Look.
Here's what
Girls our age are going to be beating that drum 10 years from now to all their daughters, young.
also girls our age, the homophobia is gonna leap out their ass.
I wonder, you know what? That's a good question. I wonder
People say it's gonna be the
what is
guys, but it's like,
homophobia want to look like 10 years from now? You know what I mean? That's a good question.
kind of
That's when
like
all of our kids,
ew.
that's all the kids, like, my kids' age, they're gonna be coming out of the closet around about 10 years from now. So I would love to see all these millennials take it on the chin because when they were 28, man, Dwayne Wade was right, man. I love it. When your son do that, say, yeah, I don't like that, man. He be riding his mama all the time.
Homophobia coming from women is always funny to me, and just a way of you just sit back like, huh. It's always on the guys, but nobody ever talks about how nasty women get with the shit. Huh.
It's really nasty how I think like to me, I think homophobia is just stupid anyway for different reasons for different people. You know what I mean?
Like with
I think
dudes, it's always like, oh, he must be gay himself. All right, I guess I can see that. Fine, he's internal struggling with whether he's gay or not. All right,
ain't even that. It ain't even that. I don't like that. That's the eternal struggle of, oh man, I ain't gay. That's such a stereotype. That's a stereotype that Hollywood loves putting black men in. And they
True.
do it in a way of making us look weak, and that's why I understand some of the niggas that came out that said that shit about Moonlight. But at the same time, it's like, did y'all watch the movie? That was the difference.
That was the ones that was at them. I was looking at them like, did you guys, did you watch the movie? Because it really wasn't Brokeback Mountain like you thought it was.
I think, like I said, a lot of people, I think a lot of that reinforcement of you're gay equals weak equals you're not a man comes from both sides. Yes, with men, when we see men homophobia or gay men, it's like you're a girl, you're trying to make me gay. It's this fear of you trying to transform you, and there's also this fear of just be honest with you. I think niggas went through trauma. Like people who were like molested when they were young are some of them are really homophobic.
Oh, yeah.
Like super home, and I get it because this real talk. Somebody took advantage of you when you were young. You know what I mean? So I don't get mad at it. It's just like one of those things. Like the world is ugly. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's going to be like that. It's just going to be some shit like that. So I get where men's homophobic, women's is like, oh, you not a man. Give me your heart. Rip it out just like Sonny Chiba did. Sonny Chiba tore out a lot of shit out of people in this movie. Anyway, yeah, he tore shit off people in this movie. I just realized that. It's gonna be a talking point in this episode.
The new one is gonna be the new one that I'm seeing and stuff. And again, it's just online and stuff. It's like, oh, you men, you don't know how to build. Like my daddy, you don't even know how to build houses.
I love that. I love that.
So
let me get this straight. You want to see black women are kill black women kill me about that. Ain't nothing good enough for y'all anyway. But
like, yo, like I know how to do stuff. It's just like, yo, I'm like my dad at this point. My dad's. I didn't know my dad actually was a certified electrician, right? So I remember asking, I was like, so how come you never wired the whole basement when you remodeled it? He was like, son, to be honest with you, I'm lazy. I don't feel like wiring that whole damn basement. I just
you know what I don't, you know what also right there. Actually, my dad would hit this. Hey, Dad, I didn't know you electrician. Why don't you do that downstairs? Ain't none of your fucking business. That's why.
That was my dad's roundabout way of saying
my dad's roundabout way was doing that all the time. Well, you need to buy your goddamn business, son. I got this all the time too. Yes, son. I like the initiative. Next time, shut the fuck up.
It's all a window, but electricity is like, yeah, I don't feel like dealing with that.
I can't with electricity, man. I'm scared of it. I respect electricity too much, man. Like for real, I can't. No, man.
He'll mess around with the ceiling fan electricity, but he ain't dicking around with like light fixtures for the whole house. He's like,
you know what this? You want to know what scares me? A naked wire. That scares me. Seeing a wire like you look at a wire like you just said like a ceiling fan, you'll see like that one wire hanging out, and you know that's the main wire. And to me, it's like, oh my god, you're dead. D, the power's off in the house. I know, I don't trust it.
Hey, I will say this though: the one day that I felt like so good at myself and patted myself on the back because again I'm following instructions, I actually sat there and swapped out a freaking garbage disposal, and I was like, man, I feel like a man today. I did it. Never mind the fact you look at the instructions, it's like, that's pretty cut and dry shit.
I do that with cars. Like for me right now, I'm still trying to get over my phobia and actually start fixing up my car the way I want to. I can. I fucked up a car at a job that was my second job. I fucked up a car. I was doing an oil change and I forgot, and I gave it the wrong oil filter. I ruined the car. You know what I mean? Ever since then, I've been like fucking scared to do anything. Me doing an oil change and my heart's racing because like, oh god, dude, you're gonna fuck up. You're gonna break the car.
That's not bad because my uncle-in-law fucked up and didn't put oil in a car at all, and the car drove off and fucked the engine up, and he got fired immediately after that.
Oh yeah, I got fired for the same thing.
Hey Chris, did he forget to take the can out?
No, he didn't put oil in it at all. He drained it out, put a new filter on, and didn't put fucking oil in it.
This is not funny. They said that's what I did. What they found out was no, Dwayne just put the wrong one in it, and it was just leaking oil out constantly. Yeah, that's all
it was.
So,
yeah, you know, I mean, that was like when he was like, this is like when he was like 18, coming out of high school when he fucked it up. So it was like,
actually, yeah, guess what? How old was you, D? 21, 22?
Yeah, still young.
MDs was what, 21, 22, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. So yeah, it was right about 21, 22. That's when we started. Yeah. So yeah, around about that time. And I never forget when I did it though. I felt so bad because I never got fired. That was the first job I got fired from. I thought my life was over.
Now, guys, imagine doing that and you're working on $1 million jet. That's even more fucking pressure. Oh, that sucks so bad for me. I was like,
know. Now, what's the equal to that, D? Oh, okay, I can tell you the equal to that. Seeing your friend put an MR2 on a rack and watching the ass of that thing hit the ground while you're still lifting the car in the air.
Like,
man, why did you do that? Why do that? My man, everybody's looking. I remember in Suno, this dude I used to work with, John. John was like, nigga, that's the engine's in the back, motherfucker. You ain't supposed to do that.
John's a short one, right?
Yeah, short boy-headed nigga. My nigga, the engine's in the back. Oh no, like yeah.
Actually, how are you supposed to lift those
that's
up?
Been my big fear. You're not supposed to put them up on a little rack like that because all the weight is distributed on the back. There's a way of doing it. I just never did it before. Like anytime we had something where the engine where the engine was in the ass, that's what we call it. Where the engine was in the ass, you put it on the regular flat rack. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Nah. There's ways of doing it. Of course, there's ways of doing it. You know, when they do it to Camaros, they gotta do the same thing. You know what I mean?
That was the problem. That was always one of the biggest problems with the like with the SW20 MR2s, the second gen. Like you have to be like really specific with them.
Yeah, because like just the balance. It's stupid. And it's stupid because like all the balance on a normal car is going to be in the front. Once it goes to the ass, it's weird how the balance shifts in a car like that, man. So putting up on a regular rack, that shit's going to tip over. You know what I mean? So it's weird. It's funny though, man. That scared me. That scared me. I was like, man, I don't know how long I gotta do this shit.
Y'all ready to start?
This is going to be a quick episode talking about Sonny Chiba. Sonny Chiba, just great. You know what? It is a lot of like if Sonny Chiba was called like the Bruce Lee of Japan for one main reason. He was the baddest nigga in Japan at the time. Pikachu didn't show up yet.
Let me tell you something, folks. I was telling these guys when D said we're doing Street Fighter, right? My dumb ass is like, which one, D? We're doing Sonny Chiba or we're doing Javal Julia? And he's like, what do you think?
No, Chris. Don't do that to yourself. And don't worry, bitch. We getting to you. You jump right to Chung Li. You jump right. Oh, we doing Legend Chung Li? Nah, nigga, chill.
I always find that hilarious how that's Chris's like favorite go-to shitty Street Fighter movie.
I love how it's so shitty. Chris has bought into the shittiness where he's a legit fan, and I can't say nothing. He's bought into it. I told you.
Understand? I told D when I came from the theater, I saw this shit at the Hoffman. Let me tell you something, folks, real quick. It was a packed theater for that fucking movie, and it was glorious. It was just as glorious as seeing the fucking Tekken Blood Vengeance in the theaters when it was packed. Everybody was ripping on that movie. Same with Legend of Chung Li. We in the theater, every ridiculous shit that was fucking happening, like Chung Li and that shitty ass spinning bird kick.
I love that spinning bird kick. Don't you talk shit about that?
I gotta ask you this, CJ. What was the audience reactions to the Ryu name drop at the end of the movie?
Boo!
Audible sigh, like
clicking of teeth. Like if you saw the subtitles, clicking of teeth.
Clicking of teeth.
Between that and then seeing fucking Taboo from fucking Black Eyed Peas as Vega, basically Vega in pajamas because it wasn't really Vega.
Look. I know we're not getting into it, but just gotta say it. He thought that was it. Like you can't tell, like a party, like smart shit. Nah, he probably had other projects. No. He thought that was it.
I don't know, my dear sir, a Spanish ninja. You are not.
Look. Between that, I'll say this though. Between this,
wasn't Taboo like Filipino and black or something? I'm sorry.
I think it's like Apple is Filipino. I know
Apple's the one that's Filipino. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Taboo is just.
Taboo is like I think Spanish. I think he's Puerto Rican or something. I think. But
I thought he was gonna say he's like yellow nigga.
Nah, but like this between him in Street Fighter Legend of Chun-Li and then Will.i.am in fucking Wolverine Origins and shit. I was like, yo, and Will.i.am only got longevity because he was in that fucking Wolverine Origins game, voicing in that game. I was like, what are you
playing nigga crawler?
Yeah. Like, and apparently they did a backstory where he fucked Mystique, and that's how Nightcrawler.
Wait, who was the big thing? That's supposed to be Ezreal. That wasn't Ezreal. Who was that?
No, he was just some new character that they made. Actually, he's a character from the comics, but they made up the powers differently than the comics. He was one of those. You know what, D? He's one of those Weapon X characters that Marvel forgot about, and then every once in a while you get somebody like Hickman that will bring him up. Like, hey guys, you remember this character from back in 1989?
There is nothing.
Remember from X-Men number 252 or some shit?
There's nothing worse. No, seriously, there is nothing worse than seeing a character in a movie that even Marvel forgot about.
Hickman Hickman and what's the other guy? The other
Loeb
dude.
won't do that. Loeb kills everybody.
No, not Loeb. The other guy. He did DC. Shit.
You ain't talking about King or nothing like that.
We're not talking about King. The other dude. Fuck.
What, Snyder?
No.
I don't know who you talking about. But anyway.
Oh man, yeah. But anyways, yeah.
I like you got me on that one. But you know what?
Let me add to this real quick, CJ. See, X-Men Origins Wolverine, the video game, was probably the best thing about that entire like movie.
Fucking Morrison.
Grant
Morrison did the same shit where he'll just bring up some obscure character like, where the fuck?
Grant Morrison
But-
deep dives. That nigga goes to 1940s. Hey, can we bring back the Long Ranger? We don't own that. Okay.
I will say this though. Will.i.am's character in that movie, he was what I like to call the launch of Wolverine. I mean, X-Men Origins Wolverine. Like, you're that character that Marvel themselves forgot about. You know, much like how Akira Toriyama like forgets numerous times that he created Launch. Not only did you created this character and then totally forgot what to do with them.
Yeah. You know what? Only thing you see, Eris, when you bring up that game, all I remember really is jungle, me leaping all the time.
Yes, the lunch
and fighting in the grocery store, which is one of the most fun but most crappiest boss fights I have ever had.
Will.i.am's character was John Wraith, and he was created by the great Larry Hama, and he only appeared in Wolverine Volume 2, Issue 60. Same powers, teleportation, and slow aging. He is the forgotten Weapon X character.
Forgotten.
You know what? Let me tell you something. That takes effort for them to. You know what? I never understood why Marvel doesn't really. Come on, man. Y'all got a lot of good B characters, and I did. But when I say that, then you go shuffle through the $3 bin of all those characters. You're like,
but speaking of
DC is like this. Yo, look at this dude, Kite Man. Kite Man's cool, man. Come on, dog. Like, that's the only difference. Like, DC would have one like, it didn't work back in 1974, but I'd be goddamn if it won't work in 2020. You know what I mean?
But bringing the full back circle to Sonny Chiba's The Street Fighter, I remember watching this movie because I was in middle school when I told the guys we had just gotten DirecTV, and Encore was the big thing, the package Encore Stars, and I found out another channel that had anime called Encore Action. And Encore Action used to do this thing on Saturday afternoons where it was like old school Kung Fu flicks and stuff, right? And they did the double feature, Street Fighter, Sonny Chiba, and following up Sister Street Fighter. I was like, Sister Street Fighter? What is this? Is this based off the video game? And I watched it, I was like, this has nothing to do with the video game at all, but I still enjoy it.
Harris, check out the weeb over there.
Thank you. I showed my fucking weebness with ass in. I was like,
niggas, this movie Street Fighter. If you were a kid in the 90s and you saw this before the internet came out, and I didn't watch this till I was like a grown man anyway. But still, just looking it up, and you say, wait a minute, there was a movie called Street Fighter that it just throws you off.
The Street Fighter, you have to put the "the" at the front because they have to differentiate.
Street Fighter. There might be another Street Fighter.
Yeah, this had three movies in the series plus Sister Street Fighter. It was Street Fighter Revenge. And I forgot the third one.
The Return of Street Fighter.
Wait, you trying to remember the movies?
Yeah, it was like Street Fighter, Return of Street Fighter, and Street Fighter Revenge.
Yeah, Street Fighter, Return of Street Fighter, and Street Fighter's Last Revenge.
Okay. Yeah, so it was 3, and Sonny Chiba and his, gruff glory just scowling at you on each cover.
Gruff glory. Here's the funny thing. I love how they give him all these muscles, but he's built like every other Japanese man where there's not a lot of definition in the chest area. So it just throws me off.
Like not Bruce Lee. He's like, he's fit, clearly. He's clearly a fit man. But
something else to add too is that midway through the regular Street Fighter movies, it spawned a spin-off series of sequels.
Yeah, it's
they're called the Sister Street Fighter movies. In fact, the girl who plays Sister Street Fighter appears in Street Fighter's Last Revenge.
Yep, that was the way to spin it off into another series and stuff. I mean, look, I think we might have talked about that when we did a Cynthia Rothrock movie, but like them women, like they go in on them fights over there.
Yeah, they do. By the way, CJ, since you mentioned where you first got involved in the Street Fighter movies, I dropped it in the 3VG chat. Go ahead and throw it up on the stream.
Put up.
You'll see you'll see my introduction.
Ron, like I didn't have no introduction to that shit. I didn't. I didn't.
Put it up in the chat.
But I didn't have no introduction to that motherfucker, man. Like when it came to Sonny Chiba, I heard of him, and I remember like years later during my weebness sitting through. I remember that one. That's how I was just yeah. I remember seeing that.
We actually sold that at the video store that I worked at and stuff.
I bought this thing for only $10.
Did you buy that junk over at Springfield, man?
Yeah, I did.
It looked like one of them. It looked like
what was the name of the place? The kiosk that sold foreign flicks.
No, it wasn't foreign flicks.
Nah, you bought that from Gold the Blue. No. Long story about that, y'all. Long story about that. But actually, no, you didn't buy it from them, did you?
No. You want to know where I grabbed this from? Of all places, Walmart.
That sounds about right.
I'm sorry. I forgot what item we saw. Me and Chris carried the Gold the Blue for the first time to give me the bootleg copy. Oh God! I bet our first Eris. That was our first introduction to Peg Leg.
It was.
Yeah, that's how we created the Peg Leg character. Peg Leg, the magical pirate that lives in your closet. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's a thing that me and Eris made up.
But like this movie,
Gold the Blue. That's exactly what we did.
This movie is so like I saw it as a kid and I was intrigued because you just leaping into the ridiculous of it, right? But then you watch it as an adult and you see Sonny Chiba and he is number one overacting his ass off, but a legendary actor, legend. And as I told the guys, yeah, look, guys, there's a scene where he's fighting not Takuma from KOF in the dojo.
No.
You know what? I'm so glad you called him that. I am so glad you called him not Takuma.
Because I swear to God, when I get older, I want to be that guy. Like, this is why I like some of these old school movies. They never treat the old big dude like he's out of shape, like he's going to lose the fight. They always treat him like what Steven Seagal thinks that he's doing when he's fighting. Like, this guy's actually doing legit judo throws and punching people. Steven Seagal thinks he does those things and he doesn't do it.
First of all, CJ, you say not Takuma. No, I'm going to correct you. He is Takuma in KOF 13.
Exactly.
where he shrunk. That motherfucker, he is short as hell in KOF 13.
I called him Satoshi Hung, as in Sammo Hung.
My man, look. But anyways,
man, that is
here's the thing. Sonny Chiba, he's one of those actors that, like, when he dips a toe in America, it's a 1 in a million chance you'll see him in, because his first part in America was in Aces Iron Eagles 3, acting opposite of fucking Louis Gossett Jr., right? Then it comes back, because I'm pretty sure Quentin Tarantino, he loves himself some Sonny Chiba, brought him back for freaking Hattori Hanzo in Kill Bill Volume 1.
Because of course
he did.
Because reference.
No, because you have to play Hattori Hanzo.
And then in the most random appearance ever, and I'm pretty sure because Justin Lin called in some favors, this motherfucker rolls up in Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. That's it. And to this day, I'm like, that is the most random shit.
First of all, CJ, I'm willing to bet you any amount of money that the only reason why he got the okay from Sonny Chiba, just because they filmed it in Japan. Second, no, dude, we actually got a double whammy. We didn't just get Sonny Chiba in that movie. We got the legit Drift King himself, Uchiha.
But see, my thing is this: Sonny Chiba, and I'm pretty sure he enjoyed doing the movie, but his character looks so disinterested. Like, what the fuck am I doing here? With
I don't know.
I don't know. His most fish out of water moment was him at the final race.
Like it was just directed bad. You can tell that Sonny was only on set for only 10 days. You can tell, like, to me, at least to me, every time you saw Sonny on camera in that movie, you can tell, like, yo, we got like 2 hours of daylight, so let's wrap it up, y'all. Like, it felt like that to me.
And I'm pretty sure he let Sonny do whatever. So hey, Sonny smoking, let him smoke. I don't care.
I think, I
bring him a cigarette.
I really always say when it's we always like, why didn't you do an American movie and all that? It's you're telling somebody to speak another language. Number one, you know what I mean, and number two, just real talk. Sometimes their charisma or whatever makes them great doesn't carry over to another language speaking audience.
Yeah.
That just doesn't work out. And for whatever reason, also, Eris, I'm just gonna throw that out here. Japanese people, when they think they're the shit, they don't want to come to America. I've noticed that.
No, I will disagree.
I don't know, but
I'm gonna disagree. I'm gonna disagree.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna give you a good example. You know who wanted to give America a chance?
Who was that?
A well-known Japanese comedian by the name of Beat Takeshi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I know about that story.
Came over here. You had to get the black audience, so you bring in Omar Epps because you just have to, and because the year 2000.
Yeah, exactly.
You bring him in, and when you have bad direction and a shaky budget at that.
You're being nice, shaky.
At that point,
there was a budget. I felt like Beat Takeshi. I felt that Beat Takeshi was literally making sandwiches in between scenes for the crew.
Yo, because that movie did not do good at all, he vowed to never make a movie in America again. Keyword: make a movie.
Make a movie.
He'll come to America. He'll come to America. He'll come to America to do a movie. Like, oh, I'm playing a character in this movie. All right, cool, whatever. But you asking me to make a movie in America? Nah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The only reason why I say that, Eris, is because not everybody can be Ken Watanabe. You know what I mean? Not everybody can convert over to a different language and still have that it that you have. John Woo. Really, as a director?
You mean George Takei?
Yeah.
But George Takei was American though.
Yeah,
he was.
No, I know he's naturally Japanese, but he's American. He's American.
But to get one of their own and have them come to America and blow up, basically.
Yeah.
Not everybody's Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, Donnie Yen to a certain extent, and Jet Li.
Side note.
Put it this way.
Even Tony Jaa had more movies in America than these two.
Put it this way.
Go ahead.
It's really hard. I would say even I would go further with that. I think it's harder to be a Japanese star and get big in America. I think it's harder.
I mean, like Snake Eyes is like lucky that he got
homegirl that plays Kasumi in The Boys. She's actually great. She played even when she was on Katana. She was good as Katana. Yeah. I noticed that you'll see more Korean, Chinese actors, and I just go off of population in America. Of course, you would see those more than any other, I guess, Asian ethnicity in America. You know what I mean?
It only works in America when a writer, producer, director knows what to do with that actor or actress, because because the worst thing that can happen, and this has happened to all of them, like what happens with Jackie Chan, Jet Li, and even to a lesser extent, again, Donnie Yen. Jackie Chan and Jet Li, they always play the same characters. Cops, kung fu masters or some shit. And they're always thrown into these movies where they play the same character in every movie. Donnie Yen is another example. Donnie Yen is a worse example because he gets thrown into the movie and always given like non-speaking roles or like he'll either get non-speaking roles or he'll get these roles where again he's a freaking kung fu master, or he gets to play the villain, or he's a side character, and worse yet, he's the worst side character because he's underused, criminally underused.
I mean, I think
I could say
the only time in America Donnie Yen got a lot of yardage was fucking Shanghai Nights. I think that was because Jackie Chan was like, "Yo, we really got to utilize Donnie."
I don't even know what that one.
He got put his way. He got way more to do in this versus what he did in Blade 2 and fucking
exactly.
Of course.
You play a character. You play Snowman. There was so much that they could have done with Snowman's character in that movie. Hell, him and Blade could have had like a scene together or something of them fighting the Reapers. No, this dude gets damn near an off-screen death.
Yep.
And that's what I'm thinking. It goes to exactly what you said, Eric. A director, a director, they got to know what to do with the character, all the rest of that shit. And I just got to be real. They're not going to facilitate that because I'll give you a good example. One of the biggest Asian stars that were in America was Pat Morita. Pat Morita, real talk, as much as he loved being Mr. Miyagi, I didn't want to do this shit. Really? You said this was going to be one movie.
Days was
that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm a comedian. You told me this was going to be one movie. And on top of that, and Pat has talked about that, I'm playing the stereotype. Yeah. Oh, Miyagi, no, I speak perfect English. I talk kind of white.
Has the best.
Do you know what comedian brought me in? Red Fox, motherfucker.
Has the best Red Fox impersonation ever.
Oh yeah, he is. He has one. Yeah, man. I like Pat. And even then, like Pat Morita had a fit of mold, and it's messed up because you see all the other Pat Morita's roles. They're really good. They're criminally underrated, and it's like, why did I hear about this? Oh, because he was not playing Miyagi-san and talking like Master Splinter all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's really that holds a lot of people back. So when you do have somebody that has a lot of on-screen charisma, like a Jackie Chan, which shocks me that Jet Li has more than Donnie Yen, but here we are. Let me see what I'm saying. Here we are.
More than Donnie Yen because again, right place, right time.
Right time. Exactly. Because they're kind of both the same. They're both got the equal. They both equally dry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's that. But I mean, first of all, you brought him in to play a villain, which is how it always works for a lot of Asian actors, like especially the ones from overseas. Bruce Lee is a different example because he was born in America.
Yeah,
but like when you got
baby, and it's like, oh shit.
Like when you got someone like Jet Li, hell, better yet, a freaking Bolo. When you got someone like Bolo. Dude was like the man during the 70s, 80s, and early 90s. Like people, like who he was. He didn't have to say much. He didn't have to do much. You see his face in a movie, and usually it's getting kicked in by Van Damme. But damn it, he's there.
I think you know what, Eris, you make a good point though. Most of these actors have to play villain, and it's like villain opposed to what? Oh, the white guy kicking you in the face. Yeah. I'm sorry, yeah. You want to get big over here? You better let this fat motherfucker named Steven drop kick you real quick. Drop kick you very slowly.
I would say the only another big difference like with that would be like in Bruce's case, he tried to make it in America first. And when that didn't work, he said, fuck it, I'm going overseas. He went to Thailand and made his first movie that made him a big star. Then he made 2 more movies. And then by that time, Warner Brothers was ready. That they wanted to make him like the biggest international star, period, with Enter the Dragon, which it did. And it's unfortunate that he died before the movie got released. And wouldn't you know it that this movie that we're doing, the Street Fighter, came out exactly 1 year after that movie.
Side note, and it's mad ironic that the show that Bruce Lee was trying to blow up him with Kung Fu turn around to now they're actually doing a Kung Fu with an actual Asian star in the lead role because Hollywood back then was like, fuck you, we're putting a white boy David Carradine in the role.
We're gonna actually take his vision and do it right.
That's the thing that held back Bruce Lee was the thing that held back a lot of minorities in America. Well, white people was just not gonna let you do. Like, well, what about him being Kano? Oh, he was a second and he didn't say that much. Notice that way. He was the manservant. So he didn't have to see
the car. He drove the car. He'll kick through a glass window, and that'd be about it.
Also, he outshined the fuck out of everybody in that crossover with Batman kicking Robin up and down the goddamn stairs. So it's like,
how you think I feel? Like, you know what? I told that to everybody. You want to see a Batman fan's heart sink? Play that shit for him.
Yo, I was like,
man, that was Adam West. They don't count. Nah, nigga.
Imagine you 7 years old and you watching 66 Batman. You're like, yo, Robin getting his ass whooped.
I mean, Burt. Look. I'm thinking to myself. Who's Burt Ward? Like, hey, stop.
Some guy, hey, my bad. Shit.
Hey, slow down, Bruce. And no, Bruce. Bruce is like Muhammad Ali. When Muhammad Ali threw a punch at all, he's like Muhammad Ali because this is what Richard Pryor said. I tell you, dude, like this motherfucker hit so fast, all you see is the fist coming back. That's how fast he is.
You're Burt Ward. You're a fairly decent.
That's all you're seeing. You're just seeing just arms going back. Yo, chill, man. Hold up.
You Burt Ward. You're fairly in decent shape, and all of a sudden Bruce Lee just kicks past you. You're like, oh,
Hey,
like,
I'm
you
sorry.
do, like,
You said Burt Ward in shape, and then you said Bruce Lee.
Right.
No, Burt Ward is not in shape.
No, D, hold on, D, it's even worse. You got Burt Ward going up against 1966 Bruce Lee.
Thank you,
dude. That is like playing Jordan in 1988. Oh, he's crushing you.
You were getting
That's
cooked.
1988 Jordan.
Burt Ward.
Scary Jordan. You
losing. Know what it is? Burt Ward is. Before we continue with Street Fighter, it's like when you look at those old school, like how people worked out back in the 50s and stuff. Old dude from Clark Gable, from fucking Gone with the Wind. You see him working out, and he's wearing the fucking big tube top, and I'm like, you're in shape, I guess, for 1950s. I guess.
Who was it?
That was considered
Family Guy had the best joke for that. Like it's Robert Mitchell. Robert Mitchell have his chest all out, walking over there. He's like, "Come on, fight me, buddy." No, I'm gonna wait. See?
That's what it looks like every time you see those pictures from like the 1940s, and there's this white dude's doing like this. I was like, "Are you
Tony Curtis walking in like he want the motherfuckers like."
Especially you look at Clark Gable. I was like, "Yo, Clark, I probably could take a swing at you if I took a time all
I know this is wrong to say. But you a 1950s gay man. I can take you. I can take you.
And that's not a come on.
Good one, Harris. No, Clark Gable. I don't like the niggers.
Somehow we come back to 2021 and we go through the freaking library looking up old CMD made the papers from the 1950s.
Negro shot immediately after touching Clark. No. The best part. Everybody looking at it up in history. Why that nigga got Jordans?
Why is there a Negro man like stretching with a basketball in his shoes?
Teacher, I got a question. So back then, the black man just walk around in the 1950s with dreadlocks. When did that become a style in America?
Me and Harris's black ass is fucking dragging D back to the fucking time machine. Like, oh shit. All of a sudden, I gotta explain to everybody at Sarasville, like, what the fuck is Chris doing back in the 1950s? I don't know what you're talking about, dog.
The last one, it gotta be like Chappelle's show. A dog A. Where the fingers were.
Poor Clark Gable got punched by a black man.
Go ahead, Harris. I know you want to.
Like, I
Clark Gable sat there and said he clucked like a chicken. It was crazy.
Clark Gable stepped on a Negro sneakers.
Yo, so he soon will give a letter to Dr. Martin Luther King. Hey, Dr. King, you need to get me up out of jail so we can fuck these crackers up. Yo, like with love, Big D. P.S. I always fuck up at that phone because I laugh. I'm sorry, it's like B R R.
Yo, so here's the thing. This whole movie is about at least the first 20 minutes of it is set up to see who's gonna hire Sonny Chiba's character Suguru to save this chick. But like the whole thing is predicated on him at the beginning of the movie killing a death row inmate through magic. Like, I stopped your heart on some fucking Fist of the North Star shit.
I'm about to say he didn't hit him with a Kenshiro.
Just breathe. You're gonna feel it in 10 minutes. Your body's going to be completely numb. Now, first of all, CJ, we gotta put respect on this character's name. His name is Tsurugi.
Tsurugi has the most.
No. No offense, Chris. I want to talk to the man that actually ate a Kit Kat with no sugar in it. Eris gets that joke. Eris gets that joke. That's all y'all need to know. Look, I don't get it. What did it mean? Eris know what I mean.
Listen, I would have also accepted a pumpkin flavored Kit Kat, but that was perfect.
I was thinking raspberry. Actually, I was thinking raspberry, and I was like, no, I'm gonna cut to the chase and fuck all these niggas up. They don't put no sugar in none of their candy, y'all.
But see, according to the American dub, his name is Terry Tsurugi.
I was watching the straight up Japanese and on YouTube. Very good cut.
Yeah, it is a good
closed caption is shit.
1080p.
Closed caption is shit.
First of all, I'm gonna go since you mentioned the closed captioning, D, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. For anyone who wants to check out this movie on Amazon Prime, on Prime Video, it's free to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Go on that bitch, turn on the subtitles, and please proceed with the following drinking game. You must take a sip, not a whole shot. Take a sip every time the word inaudible appears in the subtitles.
I feel a white guy made them closed captions because he couldn't figure out the name. So it's like,
bro, first of all, CJ, and I know you saw it too. Every name was completely blanked out.
Because it was like, I don't know how to sell it, so I'm just gonna say inaudible because I don't know what it is.
It was just inaudible. Hell, even basic English sentences were inaudible.
How?
Like for example, one of the characters said, "Stay right there" or "Don't move." Inaudible. Like what? And here's me the whole time. I got my cup of water. I'm like, God damn it! I had to take a drink.
Hey, man, who's the white guy? Who's the white guy?
So we found out he got hired to kill this dude on death row and stuff, and they was going to spring him out of the ambulance and stuff. We found out is that the people that hired him, they didn't have the money ready. So when they meet him in the freaking back at his place,
it's such a whiplash for me because I'm looking
at. Gonna put up half the amount of money.
They gave him half up front. Then they said we'll give you the half on the back end, and they get back and was like, yeah, so we ain't gonna be able to pay you right now, but we'll get you 2 days later.
Now here's the funny thing. Now I'm for what happens next, but I'm so used to there being like a more civilized way of taking care of the situation. Nah, Sonny cuts right to the bull. I'm gonna whoop your ass, and then I'm gonna throw your ass into sex slavery. You think I'm fucking with you, really?
First of all, he CQC'd old girl and said, "You'll do fine on the streets."
Sonny Chiba's hands.
I have to be honest with you.
His hands are rated E for everyone. He gives everybody the business. Men, women, he spares nobody.
I just like how the fact. All right, now I had to think of it this way. That nigga was on death row for a reason. Number one. Number two. I was thinking again. Why he gonna fight her? He stopped this dude from getting killed, dude. Yeah, I could have got caught. And third of all, why not? Yeah, it's 1970s. Don't nobody care about women.
I mean, look,
this Japan too.
Look, everybody wants to sit there and talk about, man, y'all don't protect women. Shit, in the 70s they didn't.
First of all, hold on, and to relate this to a lot of recent shit with certain individuals, she swung on him.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. You swung for
the second life. She could have just sit back and just let her brother do the shit, but she was like, "Nah, I want to join in on this shit."
I got a question, and before somebody asks that question, just try to say something. No, real quick, just real good question. If you walk up to Eris, you walk up to Mike Tyson, and you go like this, and he punches you, was that your fault?
Okay.
Yes, of course it is.
No, hold on. Now, D. Now that pose you just did, that little Street Fighter style fight pose that you just did.
First off, correction, sir. That is Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition.
Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition.
I was trying to do the joke where you want to sound like Ryu, you know, like.
But no, let me. Hold on. Let me ask. Now, with me doing that pose, if I am attempting to do a close, like was a close proximity jab, you know that one that Ryu does where it's not a full extended arm, instead it's like half an elbow that comes out.
Yeah.
If I attempted to do that and Mike Tyson like straight up lays me out in one hit, yes, I deserve that. But if I'm just doing the pose and he warns me and I don't drop my guard, then I kind of asked for it.
Gotta be real, man. His PTSD in boxing will kick in even if you do a pose. It's like, what? Bam! Like, oh shit.
So Mike, I was thinking
random.
I was thinking about motherfucker. You ain't gonna get me.
Hey, yo, Chris, don't let a random 10-year-old on a Huffy roll by ringing the damn bell.
Ding, ding, what? Bam.
Like I believe Mike Tyson. I believe Mike Tyson has the most control over his PTSD. I really do. Because real talk, because Mike has real money now. If I was Mike Tyson, I'll just be punching white people.
Dude, it just reminds me.
I'll just be punching white people just randomly.
Y'all remember that?
Hold on. I'm equal opportunity here, Chris. Couple of niggas too.
Y'all remember that in Living Color sketch where it was Mike Tyson and Jim Carrey? It was Keenan Ivory Wayans was Mike Tyson. Jim Carrey was the announcer, and Mike Tyson did like a light tap on his shin, like, "Oh, that's a good thing, Chuck." And when he punched him and stuff, all of a sudden he was bleeding out of his mouth, and it was like, "Oh shit, Tyson!"
Yeah, I tried,
You just see Jim Carrey the blood coming out of his mouth, like, oh.
I give Keenan so much respect because he does it right where he shoves his whole shoulders up and he just rocks right. And you got to say stuff that confuses even you. So
meanwhile, Kim Wayans does the same shit to play fucking Florida in Good Times with the shit.
Stop. We're supposed to be talking about Sonny Chiba. But I will talk about her walking out of the stairs. JJ, where you at?
But anyways, so D showed the clip. This
3 champs and a baby. Thank you, dog. It's 3 champs and a baby. Because that was, God, who was it? It was on Leon Spinks. It was Mike Tyson. And it was Muhammad Ali. And I was messed up because this was during the time Muhammad was still fighting and he was really losing it. So David Aguirre was like, it was a float like a butterfly. Stank like a tree. Something like that. I can't remember this shit.
No, but the shit that had me rolled about the fight.
The baby was crying. The Mike started punching it. I'm sorry.
No, but the shit that had me rolling about the fight. Now, here's my thing. If I'm a guy and I'm fighting and stuff and I'm doing a leap kick, why would I leap kick and there's an open window right in front of me when I'm doing it? Why?
I can answer that question very simply, Chris, because it's the 1970s and that was the thing to do. You always did a flying jump kick in a room that was like 5 by 10.
My man leaped at Sonny and Sonny did what I would have did, been like, yeah, I'm not blocking that shit. Let me duck down.
It's like, I'm just going to crouch.
Yeah. He flew out the window.
much like how Homeboy did in Shaft.
Oh my god, man! Oh yeah.
It's always a number of characters that they look like they either got thrown out of a window or they fell out of a window.
Hey, it's a grindhouse movie, so it fits the bill.
Yeah, but in this case, this dude straight up jumped out the window.
This shit was hilarious because Sony was like, yeah, let me go on ahead, like you said, roll cancel, block dive underneath the shit. And the dude's sister was like, nah.
Oh, and the red paint for blood, by the way.
I will say this, though. I did enjoy that red paint versus the pink shit from fucking Blackula. So to the movie's credit, it's better.
Because that looked like it was Pepto-Bismol that day.
And Blackula is like, damn, y'all couldn't get some red blood, drop some red dye on the shit? Like, what the fuck?
Man, I'm looking at this one. I'm like, man, that hot sauce kind of thick on the ground. Whatever, it's cool.
Thick ass blood here. Like, what the fuck?
Yo, I just like the fact.
Straight up red paint.
But here's the thing that get me, y'all. How close was he to the window to not only clear Sonny, but to go straight, have enough momentum to go out
and he cleared the nightstand too.
Cleared it. And I like how this dude,
like again, this was right after Enter the Dragon. Everybody was doing that famous kick.
Hey, yo, but the thing that gets me though, Eris, is that seconds earlier, Sonny is just just pancaking the shit out this nigga. He go, I can't fight. But you had enough wherewithal to act like you Leonardo in the first Ninja Turtles movie.
Now, and the thing of it is, it's crazy too, because also when this happens, like D said, the sister, he was like, all right, so since y'all want to fight, selling your ass into sex slavery. I'm like, so are you the good guy, dude? Like that's kind of fucked up.
No,
like,
I can answer that too. Tsurugi, he is a good guy until it's time for him to be the bad guy. And
anti-hero.
That sounds like, I'm sorry, Eris. That right there, that's some Japanese shit, ain't it?
It is.
Wow. That is Japanese.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy. But if you shortchange him on his money, he will turn savage.
I mean, because I like, look, can you imagine if you try to do that shit today? Like, I'm gonna sell you into sex slavery. How?
You gotta understand.
Think about this. First of all, you hire me to do a job. I do the job very well. Fucking S+ tier. Job's done. My man is secured. Already halfway making his way towards Hong Kong, because you know damn well you can't hide a fugitive in Japan. You think I'm gonna go down if his ass gets caught? Fuck that.
No.
I'm sending it to Hong Kong. You can go see him over there. Now pay me my money.
I mean, nowadays it'll just be like, hey, your ass better make a fucking OnlyFans so you can give me my goddamn money. That's what happened today.
Nah. You want to know? Hey, Chris.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Sorry, D. You make an OnlyFans, but you make an OnlyFans, but you have 24 hours to give me the rest of my money via OnlyFans.
You literally,
you better pay me on PayPal.
I needed Bitcoins, bitch. Send it through Bitcoin.
I ain't playing with your ass. You better Venmo. The rest of it. Hey, Chris, the finger though. You better Venmo me. The rest of it.
Send that shit through PayPal. Better be sending me through friends. I ain't trying to get charged a fucking 35-cent surcharge for that shit.
I'm sorry. Before we do any of this, what's your Cash App again? Yeah, see, that was fake. That's a fake name. I already know it. No, I already know that. I ain't stupid.
So at this point,
no, Chris, you said back then, like back then he would put him in that. Now, what do you do today? Put her to sex slavery? Oh, it's still $1 trillion business, people.
Oh, it's still a business.
That's the crap. Hey, Chris, that's the crap I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. We got better stuff in the world that we need to be stopping right now. Do you know how bad the sex trade is right now around the world? If you're any shade of brown, if you are Asian or black, you are Asian, black, or Latino, and you have a pretty brown to you, you are gone. So that means
they might have shut down Backpage and all them stuff, but it's still happening.
Oh man, Backpage scared. No man, I didn't know. Like somebody like, wow, that's still going on today. Yes.
I mean, as long as you have the dark internet. I mean, look, again, I know we invoke this group all the time. QAnon exists, all right? At this point, anything is possible at this stage.
Well, I'm sorry, you said QAnon? QAnon exists?
QAnon exists.
Don't do that. Don't do that. We got, look, dog, you, Chris, you know us. We all our white fans are two type of people. Either we love black people. I even adopt some of the culture myself. We're positive white people. And the other half of white people, I like that one thing y'all said about them homosexuals. I like you guys. Like, wait,
side note.
That was just a joke, bro.
See,
we got friends of white boys.
D says this, but somewhere in Middle America, there's somebody in a sex slave operation right now watching this on their phone while they have some fucking chick doing some ridiculous shit in the background for money, and it's like, wow.
Boys are still no. I told you, Earl, they're on to it. Ain't nobody gonna find our our Vietnamese Puerto Rican sex slaves. Yes, I know it's very specific. That's why we haven't been caught yet.
No, but so after he's, and again, it's so, because again, this comes up later in the movie. So after old girl gets sold into sex slavery,
I mean, they drug her up and everything. I'm like, yo, so you a good guy or the bad guy?
First of all, hold on. Can we talk about that scene of her getting drugged up and I get to see 1974 Charles S. Dutton attempting to rape this woman?
The rape face and all, man. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Like the brother walk in. The brother walk in speaking Japanese and everything. Number one. Number two. Here's me. I can say that's a whole lot of black weebs fantasy right there. Chris, you see Chris nodding his head? Yes.
Not mine. Not this guy.
Not mine. No.
Mine.
Look, you like this. No, that is not my fantasy. Mine involves rope. But the point is, check this out. Shut the fuck up. Check this out.
Mine involves a woman by the name of Asa Akira, but I believe you already know who that is.
I think we all do. I think we all know who that woman is.
Mine's involve a very biracial woman. Anyways.
Well, no, why? I like Chris's Naomi Osaka. No, it's not.
No, it's not, sir.
It's her sister Keisha Osaka.
Swear to God, she does have a sister named Keisha Osaka. We are not releasing this episode.
Yes, we are. You just gave me a sentence.
All of a sudden, the sister finds an episode. Like, these guys are called. How did they know that you had that?
My name is not it's Lakia. You ignorant motherfucker.
No, but dog. The whole scene is so because again, it's a Street Fighter, and again, if you know that they build Sonny Chiba as the hero, and it's just like it's kind of took a turn. They drugging her, sex up. What is going on here? Like
again, my man Tsurugi is about his money.
So at this point, he is being tapped to save the daughter from from that. So actually, the daughter of an oil tycoon, because obviously that means she's loaded with money. And these Yakuza want to kidnap her for said money. So
in the most convoluted way, too.
Yeah. Very convoluted.
Yeah. So basically, he decides he isn't going to do it. The Yakuza ends up kidnapping her. So he ends up getting hired to actually get her back and protect her. Essentially. So it's like, okay, Yakuza, you're very confusing in this movie of what the fuck you want, but whatever.
Oh, no. See, first of all, it was the Chinese. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, the Chinese mafia working with the Yakuza, by the way.
Which I'm like, this is a very fictional movie because this will never happen.
Hold on. First of all, super fictional. Hold on. Chinese mafia, Japanese Yakuza, 1974. Oh, this is some fantasy shit.
Even Gareth Evans in the Raid 2 knew this was bullshit.
Hold on. This is a fantasy shit for real. At this point, nigga, I need to see a goddamn dragon coming out of the freaking ocean at this point.
Dude, that was the plot of the Raid 2 with Gareth Evans. It was like, yo, they do not fuck with each other even to this day.
I'm sorry, Eric. I'm sorry, Chris. I'm sorry, Eric. Chris. A kidnapped girl. A guy that's going to go down to said place and save her, but they got it. But it's a whole convoluted plot. This is Yakuza 0. Wait a minute, this is Yakuza 0.
Hold on. I actually have an anime to say when we get to the end of this movie.
City Hunter.
Nope, not even City
Don't
Hunter.
do that. No, my man. City Hunter.
Look,
give City Hunter a little bit of respect.
Okay.
It ain't City Hunter, but it is an anime that I am gonna quote and say, holy shit, this anime got at least got the second half of its plot from this movie.
All right, cool.
So at this point, actually they didn't kidnap her. What happened was when he's seeking out her, they found out she's being protected by the Nippon Dojo from her uncle. Her uncle's the karate master, which I call not Takuma. And at this point, Suru is just there like, yeah, I'll fuck all you guys up. Like, I need her in rap, like right now.
He actually does good for a little bit.
Do you like how when he walks into the dojo, a man who all he does is just answer the door. He just says, "Who are you?" Straight punch.
I mean, come on. A guy that has a 5 o'clock shadow is somebody that you probably don't want to ask questions to. Just let him in.
I'm sorry. Any brown skin, I don't know. I'm just saying, any halfway sweating brown skinned Japanese man walk up to you, he's about to fight you. He's
I
about
mean,
to fight. I don't play Yakuza long enough to know what this is.
Actually, we watch Gogo 13. Dude Togo just scowls at you. You're like, you know what? Let that guy in.
I mean,
Let that guy
that's
right
the thing.
now.
That's the thing. He
Let him
was
pass. Let him pass.
no. He really wanted to know, like, who are you? I mean, hell, I would announce and say that you're like, say, hey, you're here to see so and so. You didn't have to punch me in the face.
Come on, guy. Come on, guy.
Yo, he even sweeps old boy to try to step to him immediately. They didn't even get into a stance. He just swept his ass like, get the fuck out of here.
My man swept the leg.
Man, I like how he did it too. He just said like, "It's enough of this. My name is Triple."
Now let me point out
Shut your
something.
ass up,
Now
man.
let me point out something. This right here was just pure Japanese fist of fury.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yo,
Because Sonny enters the dojo and starts wrecking house until not Takuma says, "Fine, I'll fight you." But before he can even say that, he first of all he makes the threat. Like he holds one of the students hostage, and he looks at the master and says, "I've come here to fight you, but I want to but I will protect I'll protect the girl if you defeat me."
Okay.
ladies and gentlemen, Japanese don't know how to write shit. Go ahead.
Dude, the fight is
I look, dude. Look, a little real talk. Like halfway through, I forgot what happened. It was like right about the third act. One of the bad guys said something, and everything just went black. And I just saw the font, and I heard the Always Sunny music. The Japanese don't know how to write. Like, I don't think it because it's on. You know, when you look at an anime, like good example, I'm watching Angel Cop, right?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it like. There's like so many different ways that this could have been easily done.
But the fight itself,
But you watch it for the gore, dude.
I know. Now look, it's like this. Do you want the titties in the blood? Want the titties? You want it? Shut up.
but to the movie's credit, I did enjoy this fight because number one, the editing was actually pretty decent. The fight was good because he didn't roll over the dojo master. That master was giving it to him like
he didn't. It actually shocked me. It shocked me. I had to rewind it back. Like, whoa, hold up.
My man was again, as I said earlier in the movie, this dojo is doing shit that fucking Steven Seagal thinks he's doing today with his judo throws. I'm like, nah, this man's actually doing throws and punching him on the ground and everything. And Suguru was looking surprised. Like Suguru was literally breathing hard with his kata breathing and shit the whole time. I'm like, dear God.
Granted, you know, the whole time, man, Suguru fights like somebody that got Heihachi and just tapping buttons. True, but still
button mashing.
Let me ask you gentlemen a question. Did you guys enjoy that fight?
I did.
Yes, I did actually.
Okay.
It was one of the two fights I really liked.
Hold on. Don't say no more. I just need to know. Did you like that fight? You both said yes.
Yes.
You both said yes. Good, because in the sequel, you get to see that fight all over again.
Wow.
In a flashback.
They do the whole. Do they do what I like to call the whole fight,
nigga?
Where it's just they do,
nigga.
Ooh, now
here's
I need to watch that.
No. Here's the best part. It's the sequel, right? So in the sequel, when he sees the master again, it's like immediate flashback.
They just go right to the
so they went Kill Bill with their shit. Like,
it's they literally took the time to play that whole 10-minute fight in the sequel all over again, but in black and white flashback mode.
Oh man, he went into fucking Kusuru, whatever the fuck that dude that did Seven Samurai. Kurosawa mode.
Hey, Chris, I'm gonna be real with you now. This is where D gets to be pretentious. Don't you ever say the name Akira Kurosawa wrong ever again in your life.
Yeah, I fucked that name up 3 times during the Ghost of Tsushima review of that game.
He is. I know you did. You know what, Chris? You butchered Japanese.
At least I corrected myself. At least I didn't sit there and do the whatever.
Nah, I say that, but I have this feeling if we gave you like Korean, you will do it perfectly.
I know I probably would. It's just
like we get this nigga like a confusing language. We get this nigga something like Laotian, and he'd be like damn, all right, Chris, read this. Balake, black nigga.
I like how after the fight though, it's like he gets the master's instant respect. I was like, yeah, you better. The dude was throwing your ass around the whole.
No. He doesn't just get the instant respect. First of all, he had to remind him, like, okay, look, let me just ask you before I continue to wash your ass. I noticed that you have like this particular energy. You know, I once studied with a man. You know, he once told me about his son. He was half Chinese and half Japanese. Tell me, would Raizo happen to be your father? Then we get a flashback.
Flashback time.
Get a flashback in that fight, and yo, that execution of Saruki's father. Whoo! I just gotta ask. The question. Yo, Terry, my nigga, what did your father do to get executed?
That's what I want to know. I'm surprised there wasn't. I'm surprised there wasn't a group of men gang banging his grandma in the background. Like, yo, what happened?
What makes it crazy too is that
as the Chinese. That's what I'm saying. Did they kill him because he was Chinese? You know, did they kill him because he was Japanese and?
Because
what did you do?
All because his father was believed to be a spy.
But what made it ridiculous though is that as this is happening, old boy that Suguru punched in the chest in the jail cell, he gets hired by said fucking Yakuza to avenge his people getting killed alongside his sibling that basically launched himself out the window and was like, yeah, you get your revenge on Suguru, by the way, if you just help us out. So just saying, you know.
Yep, you got that, everybody? That's right. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You're now watching a 1970s Japanese movie that is most certainly got copied and made into an anime during the 1990s. Like, seriously.
And the thing is,
this sounds like this sounds like an episode, like one of the OVA episodes of Crying Freeman to me. It does. Like there's a kidnapped girl, or it sounds like one of those scenarios. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
First of all, dude, this is like every. I want to say every major anime from the 70s and 80s like rolled into a live movie.
I know, man. It screams golden era anime, doesn't it, nigga?
Did y'all guys just love the way these mobsters before? It took them like 7 tries to try to kill Suguru before they finally succeeded. But they did it. A lot of people died in the process, which is funny in and of itself. I was like, you lost a lot of fucking people just to get at this guy and the chick to kidnap, man. This is crazy.
I mean,
usually, man.
Like first of all, if there's anything I do know is you never mess with a man that can wash your entire hired goon army.
Man, a lot of people's balls got ripped apart by this guy.
You don't mess with this guy, but worse yet, you don't mess with that man's skyline.
No, you don't.
You don't. This is 1974 skyline too.
Come on, man. That thing is going. Come on, man. That car ain't going to have no value. Then immediately have a whole lot of value in the 1990s. Come on, man.
Like why? Why would you do that?
I gotta be honest with you, man. The fights of him beating the crap out of the underlings is hilarious. Just all the attempts on his life. Even when his boy is in the car with him and they try to get at him in there, and I was like, yeah, that's kind of a mistake because his boy's in the car. What are you doing, man?
First, I blame. Did y'all laugh when when Terry decided to do full? He goes full in kata mode when the car gets lifted. I'm like, yo, Sonny, why are you practicing your kata when you're about to get dropped?
Pre-Tommy over here from Power Rangers with the damn kata.
I'm like, I'm seeing on LA, yo, Paul Phoenix, anytime. Oos, right us out. What was Mr. Karate? Yeah, Mr. Karate.
So you're just missing the Tengu mask.
That's the only thing you missing, though. Like, yo, the thing that kills me about it is like anytime when you get these hired goons, they're just bodies. They're cannon fodder. It's just for him to roll over. And what really always killed me, right, during the fights he does do the little Carter, so and all that other mess, right? And then he does that one thing that all Japanese men did back in the 70s. They do that real thing where they stick their chin out to look like they're Antonio Inoki. Like I never understood why they do that crap.
Like, why is that
Eric knows what I'm
happening
talking about.
I
That
know
little,
exactly what
little
you're
big
talking
chin thing. They love doing that. Japanese men love. But that's the one thing I noticed also because I was looking at the movie and I was like, wow, these like is it to me or all the women can't act? And it ain't because they can't act, and they probably can't. But the one thing I didn't know was like, oh yeah, this is a Japanese movie. The Japanese are very, very, very known for overacting everything. So it wasn't so much; it was just bad acting, where it was just that.
That face.
That's what I'm talking about. It wasn't so much bad acting where it's just
Chiba,
chill.
as I always called this. I swear, every time, the very first time I saw this shot, I said, "Yo, this is the Sonny Chiba cum face."
I'd like to say for the record,
Yo.
I cannot confirm or deny that might be my face. I just don't have a mirror in front of me to confirm that. So,
Hey, I'll be honest with you. Me personally, mine look like Louis Armstrong when he's blown into a trumpet. That's how mine looks like. So.
please don't go. Ah,
Well, but no. No, but it happened the whole time he's making all these. Woo! And also, that's another thing I noticed that I thought a lot of the when people like to make fun of karate, like kung fu masters and all that, you automatically think Bruce Lee. Like one of the best examples of it is probably wow, this is a weird example. Remember when Steve turned to Bruce Lee on Family Matters?
yeah.
Yeah, sort of like you can.
I know, in the irony, he beats up the Green Ranger.
I love that episode, by the way. That is one of them. My kids were watching that episode not too long ago. We fucking loved it. But anyway, but it gets because they did all the little. But you gotta think about it. They did all the tropes, right? They do all the tropes of Bruce Lee, and then it's like, oh, okay, I get it. Everybody doing it is just overacting. And then I see this movie, and then I learned about how Street Fighter was one of the biggest grindhouse movies like ever. It's like in the top 5. It's like really big time. It made Sonny Chiba a legit star and all the rest of that. So I'm thinking like, so they're actually making fun of Sonny Chiba because when you see it's one thing to woo like Bruce Lee, but then Sonny's like, like yo.
See, but
That's more Sonny Chiba than it is Bruce Lee. That's all.
No, but D, but when Sonny does it, I always like to call Sonny silent Bruce Lee because of the way
Bruce Lee, yes.
Because of the way he likes to mug the camera sometimes. But it's the 70s, and that was like a camera thing.
Yeah, I know. I get that. Like, there's a lot, even with Bruce Lee doing all that, it was more of a because you had to make sound and all that back then. You had to kind of do stuff like that, especially it also helps the sound editor where you go swah. So when you at the end of that, you can hit you do everything perfectly. You know what I mean?
Like that.
The katas was killing me the whole time.
Like I said, the heavy breathing when he fought the dojo.
Anything else?
When the heavy breathing with him and the dojo master with the katas, I was like, you guys are doing a lot of kata breathing. Like, y'all all right? You all right?
There's a girl, and there's a guy out there that's listening to this. This is the best AMS I have ever heard of my life. Damn.
I did want to
get that fat Japanese man back on the mic.
I want to point out something else. The thing with the like when he first meets up with the Yakuza.
Yeah.
First of all, you knew that this meeting was already gonna go south when they were talking, like when the chick goes, well, we don't trust you. I don't trust you either. Therefore, this meeting is unnecessary. He flips the glass over with the drink still in it and lands it on the table perfectly. Good day.
It's like we have nothing shit right there, man.
I don't think you know who y'all fucking with.
Like we have nothing to discuss. Also, I would like to point out, low and high key, nigga, I wanted that revolving table.
It's like suddenly I like to leave your island right now.
You know how awesome that would be when someone like, hey man, can you pass me pass me the cheddar biscuit? You just turn that bitch around. There you
Why
go.
gotta be
I like
cheddar
how
biscuit?
you.
Why
I
gotta be
love
cheddar
how
biscuit?
you chose cheddar biscuit. That shows you what's on Eris's mind right now.
Yeah, he wants some red lobster right now.
Actually,
So,
or like this, or because I know Eris, I can make that shit though.
at the same time,
See,
here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's like anything else when you know you can make it. But do I want to make it though?
That
and
too.
then you do the halfway one. But I do. I can get that bitch at Giant. Tastes just like the motherfucking.
Or you just order it from fucking Red Lobster and then you just go up there and pick that shit up and just be done with it.
Yo, I want to know the motherfucker. I want to know the motherfuckers that ordered that shit during COVID and they just stayed in their car smoking weed. Hey, can we get some more cheddar biscuits?
Actually, I take it a step
You
further.
know that happened. That had to
I take it
happen.
a step further. Going to Carrabba's and they had a house dressing and bread and they just chilling in the parking lot like, yo, just go ahead and bring the bread out. Just keep it going. Keep it going. Here's some money. Let's go.
There was one other thing too. One other thing. Can I I'm mad that we kind of skipped over this. It wasn't even a montage. It was just, here's Terry and his best friend working out in his home gym.
Yeah, that's all it really was.
I like 70s. I like 70s gyms. Everything was shiny and metal and hard. I like that, man.
You got your obligatory exercise bike, weights.
Got the stand up pull down, Joe. You know what I mean,
pull
man?
down, things like that.
And then we get the panning shot of once again early Sonny Chiba cum face.
So, look, she was doing pushes like, yeah. I'm like, dog. I don't know why you doing that. You ain't getting no definition on the shoulders, motherfucker.
I mean,
now, when he decides to drop all of the higher Yakuza goons when they come through his place, to try to kill him, and he grabbed the one remaining Yakuza henchman, as I will refer to as Yakuza henchman number 73. He grabs him, corners him. I like how he lined up his punch with his mouth. You know what I'm saying? He put the fist directly to his mouth first, pulled back, and straight jabbed him and knocked out all of his teeth.
All I'm saying is this: I need a movie where you just that henchman that is the last one in the fight, because the last people in the fights are always the one that get the worst. Like the one that got me to this day, Ip Man, when he had that 10 man battle royale with the two dudes, and that last guy caught the fucking 20 punch of death to the face that he was bleeding. I was like, bruh, I'd rather be the guy that just got flipped over on his back and I'll just stay. Nah, I ain't getting up. This fucking people.
No, you do this shit. You look up like, I'm dead. He got me. I'm dead.
You already know what you gotta do, Chris. You gotta lay down next to the other dead guy. Take his blood, cover your face with it.
You gotta do a little twitch, like,
and just lie still.
Lie down on the ground. No, you lie on the ground, grab dirt, and just do a little.
That's what I'm saying. You cover yourself up with a little bit of dirt. Take the dead guy's blood, cover your face, and lay there.
Here's the fucked up part. If we were all henchmen and stuff, and I did that shit, D and Eric sit back like, look at this motherfucker right here. Can't even fucking take a hit. This motherfucker on the ground the whole time.
You over there? No, Chris. Let's get it right. Eris is unconscious. Here's me. He's faking.
This motherfucker stitching.
I'm over there having I'm doing that for the next 3.5 days. I finally come down. Oh, I can breathe again. Wait, man, I'm gonna tell you was faking.
I'm sorry.
I don't know, man. Look, like, yo, even with all the I liked how he hit homeboy, right? And he hit him so hard. It was like a pause, wasn't it, Eris, where he punched him, and all of a sudden you just saw this gush, and you just saw teeth come out with the blood.
No. I'm sorry. First of all, was
that the one where he spit right all the blood out, or was he spit all the teeth out?
No. When he spit the blood out, that was after the fact. See, when he punched him, you just saw a whole bunch of white Tic Tacs fly all over.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to remember. I was trying to remember what order that went. But yeah,
was just spitting out like.
And yeah, he was so obvious he still had teeth in his mouth, but it was a good effect for the 1970s there. Well, I was like, he still got teeth in his mouth, but they bruised it up very well. I was like, I like that.
I did want to point out and say, yo, Terry, How broken are you in this movie?
This is something I've learned. This is something I've learned when I was reading older manga. When I was reading Old Boy, I was reading some. It was another story too, and it's just something I just noticed. A lot of those characters from the '80s were just OP, just the definition of OP. Nothing stopped them. But that's how they like these stories. And that's how the Japanese like their stories. They didn't have like no Superman or nothing like that. They had regular ass, strong Japanese men. Who all they needed was their bare hands and samurai type aura around them. You know what I mean? That's what it really feels like. A lot of them only had. I mean, all they needed at that time, because you look at Kenshiro, you look at the way Kenshiro was, you look at the way Gogo is. You know what I mean?
Stoic.
Yeah, these stoic, silent Japanese men, and even like Chris, one of our current favorite characters right now, Kiryu Kazuma. What's Kiryu do? Kiryu is very quiet, very calm. Even when everybody's yelling, he's like, "Slow down. Let's find out."
And if you do happen to get Kazuma angry, that's when you're fucked up at that point.
Oh, that's the one thing I always gave that game. Don't piss Kiryu off.
Oh, you touch Haruka? Oh, you about to get punched in the face.
No, or this is my favorite thing, was somebody who just don't know. Man, I could beat him right now. That's the dragon of Dojima, dude. The fuck is the dragon of Dojima? All of a sudden, Kiryu take off that suit.
Got the 8-pack, and it's like, oh shit.
Got the 8-pack. Look, come on, it's Kiryu. He's 54, still got the 8-pack. That whole crowd back up. You fucked up. but still, you see, even though yes, in the story Kiryu loses, he's not Superman, but still, it's still that OP type of thing of this dude. You cannot mess with him. He's just unstoppable. And I found that funny how the Japanese did that. They didn't create superheroes like that. Yeah, you had Goku and all the rest of that shit. Like, really? Most of their superheroes, most of their good anime characters are high schoolers, are salarymen, are construction workers. They're not just an alien that dropped out of space. No, it doesn't happen like Project Echo. That was them copying America. You know what I mean? So that's kind of
even them copying America. No, Project Echo wasn't copying America. Project Echo was copying everybody.
I
mean, come on. Echo's parents remember, Echo's parents was allegedly Superman and Wonder Woman.
I know this is not a definitive thing of like, oh, I got you thing, but you really think about it, Chris. There's no heroes over there with capes.
That's true.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. So it is kind of funny when you see how the Japanese see their heroes and see how their characters are OP, because most characters in comics are going to be OP until the plot says they're not. You know what I mean? But still,
speaking of which, did you like when he so in the whole them going through the whole process of throwing bodies at Suguru?
Because that's all they did.
There's one guy. You might as well
just call up different people. We got him off. We got Japanese do this.
They actually end up calling up a sub boss into the fold, and Suguru fights him in his apartment building. And as they're fighting and stuff, I'm like, all right, this is a decent fight. Dude's trying to headbutt Suguru, and he hits the wall, headbutts the wall, and it's all good.
Yeah.
And Suguru does his patented, all right, I'm just gonna go ahead and gouge your fucking eyes out, and you're dead.
Now,
only thing was missing. Now, what I was missing. You already know what was missing. Do you see where I'm coming from now, you job motherfucker?
I would like to point out that this whole thing was orchestrated by not just the sub boss, but the sub boss's main boss, Chinese Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Every time that dude scowls at the camera, I'm like, you are looking like, you're looking like Terminator 3 Arnold. You know, where his hairline's already receding at this point.
Yeah.
I'm just like, look, and the thing of it is too, when he finally meets up with old boy that he fought up in the prison and stuff, I like how when he fights him and stuff, he's like, yeah, so we took the old girl to a village. So if you want to get her, you're gonna have to fight me. As you tell the guy that has a sign in his hand that he's gonna have to fight you. Like, what are you doing, dude? Like,
and I like how he like he just look on his face like, oh, I freed you.
Now you do this.
I didn't charge your family. Oh no, your brother jumped at me. I didn't do it. He jumped at me. You know what? No, we fighting.
I mean, before they even get to that, like there was this whole other part where we get mixed up again with the girl, like the girl who owns the the oil tycoon.
Yeah.
Now this scene is like straight out of Transporter because we're brought to a cliff. We're brought to a cliff where she's being held at gunpoint. No, sorry, she wasn't being held at gunpoint. She actually manages to get hidden away, and Terry is held at gunpoint, tied up, and everything. And they're like, "Give us the information. Just tell us where's the girl? We want to know where the girl is. You're gonna die if you don't give us the girl." Classic 1970s dialogue. And his friend, again, this is straight up bros before hoes because he tells the girl that they've been protecting to just stay right here by the riverbank. I'm going to go check it out. He sees his man's in trouble and immediately throws her under the bus like, yo, you want her? She's down by the riverbank.
Stop it. I was about to say down by the river. I was really about, like, as soon as you said that, I was like,
in a van down by the river. No. Look, I legit felt like Terry Sarugi because not only did I tell you don't say nothing, I'm like, don't say anything, don't tell them where she is, and sure enough, they still they pulled the fucking boss and yeeted his ass over that damn cliff. Which I gotta ask.
Cliff, you're gonna get yeeted any damn ways.
But but because it's the main character, he survives anyway.
True. Hey, did you enjoy the Zatoichi looking guy that pops up in the middle of the movie too?
Yeah. Like with him, I thought he was I know in the English dub he's referred to as Ming, but I thought he was cool. My man was sitting there trying to enjoy his drink. Somebody just, like one of the dudes that just happened to be enjoying one of the hostess girls. My man took a couple of steps. He took like a short walk down the steps, walked right past him. He just happened to tap his freaking sword, and my man just had to get cut for it.
It was reflex at this point, to be fair. I mean, I'm just saying, like, he don't know any better. He thinking like, what the fuck? And the sheik, and I'm like, oh shit. The dude hit the ground like, I'm like,
bro, you want to know? Okay, you want to look? You want to know how I can relate this? That would be like in the Raid 2, the blind girl with the hammers. You know what I'm saying? You just happen to accidentally grab the wrong hammer. You're trying to hang up a picture. You grab one of her hammers. She notices that shit, and she proceeds to beat the fuck out of you with both hammers.
Basically, I mean,
I'm like, I was doing nothing. I was trying to hang this picture. Why are you hitting me?
I did nothing wrong. Why?
Like, why does it hurt so bad?
Yo, so picture, check this, right? So they get old girl and they kidnap her and stuff, and they bring her to this place. I like how old boy is so fucking horny on main that he is trying his best to rape the shit out of this chick in the bed.
Yo, did you see the fireman's carry? He grabbed her, put her in the fireman's carry position, and dropped her ass on the bed.
Did you peep the tan on this guy?
Yes, I did.
This guy, at first I was like, is that the black guy? I was like, no, it's just a tan Japanese guy. Like, all right. Clearly he's been going to the tanning salon a lot. That's crazy. But like, I like how at this point Suru gets to the place, and I like how he ropes up to the balcony. We see in the background him climbing up the balcony. I'm like, and that guy is about to get pieced out right now.
Right. Oh, you know what? Going back to Blind Ming. Did you like how he pulled? Did you like how he pulled the bright burn by showing up in the middle of the road?
My man, only thing that was missing was that dude saying nope.
Like nope.
Hey, but his boy tried to get out the car and fight, and then meanwhile, fucking Knives McGee on the side is like knife, bam, right in the eye.
I'm sorry, man. You roll up to a blind swordsman. A blind swordsman in the middle. No, a blind swordsman in the middle of the road.
Knives McGee waiting in the bush too.
Now, bear in mind, Nice McGee, he did get slumped up pretty good.
Yeah, but still,
As
when
soon
you
as
have
he-
Blind Master next to you, you kind of look pretty good after that.
Because
Let's
as
be
soon as
real.
homeboy got stabbed in the eye, he was like, "Yo, I'm still gonna beat your ass with like one eye and all. I'm gonna die trying." But he damn near took him out.
I mean,
Still, that right there was just nightmare fuel. Seeing Ming in the middle of the damn road, no street lights, no nothing.
that's
Just
scary in and of itself. It's like, oh no, not
blind
today.
like just a blind samurai, like just standing there.
It's like that, I see that shit. I'm like, first off, I'm already doing 60. I ain't stopping for your ass flapjack.
I mean,
bitch.
you know, hey, your
No,
hearing.
no,
So
Then again, he
hearing.
looked like he looked like somebody that would just jump over the car anyway. So what the
And-
fuck?
I'm about to say he would go. It'd be like some Ninja Scroll shit where he'll jump over the car and like land perfectly on top of the roof, and you wouldn't know it.
No, it doesn't even have to be nothing that extravagant. This would be like this would be straight out of SNK. He would just do the side, like the little side step, not the roll, just the like just that quick lean to the side. And and by the way, CJ, no, that was the same black guy from earlier in the movie who did the fireman's carry to old girl.
Oh my god, man!
This man shows up in white boxers attempting to rape this girl. Freaking Terry took his time climbing up the window, bust in, and immediately goes straight for the nutsack.
Oh yeah. Side note: the lead guy of the group and stuff. I called him not Mr. Han from Enter the
Yes, yes.
I call him Corey Hahn. Yeah.
Yeah, Corey Han. He also can apparently punch rocks with deadly force because when him and Sonny Chiba fight later on, before the fight gets stopped, he misses Sony and he punches a rock and it's like a good chunk of it gets punched down. I was like, so this guy got like super strength or something, or he just can
Something like that. He just hit hard. That's what I think.
But I just like how the fight just stops because, well, you mix guns into the mix. It's like, well, they immediately stop because apparently gun stuck kung fu. So.
And and on top of that, nigga from the Whispers got his motherfucking nuts ripped off. So keep on loving me.
Yo, like,
you know what I also like? You know what I also like when Sonny got yeeted off of that cliff and his friend rescued him. We got to see a very dry ass looking Sonny Chiba. Like he wasn't even soaked or nothing.
I just like how that nigga wasn't bleeding or nothing after dropping 90 fucking feet to the ground. So
it's like she's escaped. Well, we got you captured, dog. So what now?
Now this nigga was like, partner, it's okay. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Go home. You want to let me get killed like a man?
I mean, he's
that samurai bull. That Japanese samurai manliness is just weird to me sometimes.
I mean, he just straight dissed his own man's like, yo, you straight sold us out. How you just gonna give them the girl because you were worried about me? They were gonna kill you. You really think I'm gonna die that easily?
Yes, nigga. When you have a gun pressed up to you, yeah. I mean, a sword pressed up to you. Yes, you're about to die.
No, you were right the first time.
He
had a gun.
Why did I keep on?
Well, gun and sword too, because they did have the sword pressed up on him when they asked where the girl was and stuff. But he did have like 3 guns pointed at his ass too. So
I just found it amazing that he flipped out of that situation the way he did.
And then not Chizuru sat there and shot the gun in the air like she was going to actually do some shit. So
I got to give it up. Every time like we get 2 scenes where somebody's falling head first down to the ground, and we get the shitty background like off the Puma Man movie. Like, yo, I love that, man. The stock background of a camera falling. I love it.
Hey, look, at least in this instance when Terry goes flying off the cliff, old girl didn't try to pull the lady and freaking headshot him on the way down.
I'm gonna be honest with you, old girl. She's blessed with that gun a lot in this movie. I don't think she's that much of a sharpshooter, to be honest.
Well, she did shoot dude that came. I'm sorry, she did shoot Mr. Chickless, who came back to her with the bleeding mouth.
How did you like her old face every time she pulled that trigger?
Oh,
it was always like
it was beautiful. Oh, it was beautiful. I mean, I think she enjoyed using that gun a little too much.
I did like how Suzuru kind of had that distraught look on his face when she's pointing the gun at him before he futon dives off the fucking cliff and shit.
Yes.
Just like, is you just gonna kill me, loud lady, or what? Because you're really just bullshit with this gun in my face.
So check this out. So we pretty much reached like the third act of the movie where he decides to go after the girl, and he chased them all the way to Kobe.
Mhm.
Bro, that was the
And
longest goddamn chase.
he followed them to Kobe. They meet up on a boat, and he runs into blind Goemon. He has the fight with him, but before he has the fight with
I hated how that was framed because I couldn't tell where the dude was sitting at in contrast to Sonny at that
no,
time.
he did just appear. He did just
No,
appear out of nowhere.
I know, it was weird.
no, Sue. You can't say he appeared out of nowhere. Number one, look where he was standing at. He was near a porta potty. He just took a dump and was like, "Oh shit, who's here? Fuck!"
Not any dump. He took a blind dump.
Is a blind dump somehow like a different experience? I really need to know this.
When you're
It
a
has
blind,
to be. It
when
has
you're
to
a
be.
bl-
We don't have
when
your
you're a
sight.
blind, when you're a blind samurai, yes.
It's like an adventure. It's like, am I on a toilet or am I in the woods? I can't tell.
Hey, blind person that has ears, where you at? I'm inside of a porta potty. I'm not stupid, sir.
Second of all, we gotta point out one other thing. Notice my man Terry's drip though.
Man, listen,
The goggles, that duster,
the goggles.
Hey, the drip was great until he got fucking clotheslined by fucking blind Zatoichi and shit.
Yes, he did. Now, D, this is where I'm gonna point it. This is what I'm gonna call it. The moment Tsurugi arrived in Kobe, this movie pretty much inspired the whole third act of Ninja Scroll.
Kinda.
Yeah,
it kind of did.
And
I was saying that, and not just Ninja Scroll. To be really honest with you, a lot of those anime, just a lot of, you can tell.
It was definitely like me personally. I immediately went back to Ninja Scroll when I saw the boat.
I think it was a samurai because I did the same thing. I think it was a samurai.
It was the samurai, like the same blind samurai from Ninja Scroll. He fights him. His boy shows up, tries to distract him, and of course, by him distracting him by sacrificing himself, that gave him that window of opportunity to use his freaking arm guards to break the sword and stab him with his own blade. Again,
guess you didn't see that coming, did you?
I'm thinking like, let me get this straight. That stopped you?
Yeah, that stopped him.
Fucking Great Value Daredevil couldn't see that shit happening. Like, goddamn.
You say Great Value Daredevil. Here's me. So Daiso Kamen Rider.
Fucking Daredevil from fucking the Trial of the Incredible Hulk. I mean, the era matches because it was 1974. So
I do gotta ask this question, yo, Sonny. When your boy died in your arms, was picking at his nose? Was that just improvised?
Like, I see a booger in your nose. Let me go ahead and pick that out before you die.
You're poking his nose.
Do you the favor. Let me do you the favor. Help you out.
You first poke at his nose, and then you two-fingered it. Like, come on, dude. The body ain't even cold yet, man.
Also, did you wash your hands after that?
I understand you use gloves, but still, man.
Still wash my hands. Fuck that. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way and shit. You know what that white businessman reminded me of? D, you remember that dude from American Gods, the Slavic dude?
How?
He looks like him, just he has glasses on.
No, Eris, to me, that man looked like a mid-'80s porn star.
He did.
Oh yeah, he did.
A mid-'80s white
director of porn, or producer of porn, or actual porn star.
All three.
He looked like clearly you don't understand what business is. I don't think I do. Well, I have all the business that you need. Where? In my cock.
Whatever.
Or this one where the secretaries all over him, where it's like this. It's going to be a long night. Guess I gotta tell the missus I'm not coming home.
Zip.
I can hear the girl in the scene. So it looks like we're all alone. So it would seem.
Stop. Stop. See, y'all don't understand how deep that joke is between me and us right there. Stop.
I like to say for the record, I feel very insulted whenever they try to throw in any sort of plot in porno. I'm like, can we just get straight to it, man? This is the plot, just like
Hey,
look,
look here. I'm not trying to turn this into BAM territory, Chris. But I'm gonna keep it real.
You put it in bad territory, sir. I'm just
No. I'm just gonna keep it real short and simple. Sometimes plot's actually interesting.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. You're right.
But now hold on. I want to get to our fully financed white man here who speaks perfectly phonetic Japanese, by the way.
This is where I wish it turned into D loves this. I wish it turned into Yakuza 3 with the FBI agent speaking English and Kazuma looking at him like, huh?
Nah, and I like it because anytime they go into English, it sounds like their English is just as worse as their Japanese. So be like, you cannot stop me.
Kazuma's like, what?
Like, why is he? And I'm sitting there like this. Why is he talking like that? You look at the credits, like James Mitchell. Yeah, why are you talking like that?
You know what I really enjoy after seeing, we see him and we find out that, so you've been behind, you were a part of this whole mess.
The whole entire time.
Like, you want me to sign my name on this form stating that I'm going to transfer everything over to you and you guys are just going to kill me, huh?
You the guys.
Nah, check this out. I ain't signing shit. You're just going to have to kill me.
Okay.
I just like
you ain't getting shit, but whatever.
That's right. I do.
Oh my god, man.
So sign the document.
Man. Look,
and then meanwhile,
Subaru's out here wrecking people on the boat like he's Captain America and shit.
No, I would say wrecking people silently. He's just one hit killing everybody.
I mean, look, the one dude that was left in that fucking group that had the knife pointed at Suguru like he's gonna do something. I'll be like, you know what, dog, you got this. I'm out. I quit. Just saying, I quit.
I would have pulled the Jack Napier from Batman '89, just looked at him up and down and said, "Nice outfit," and immediately turned. Nigga, I ain't turning to pick up the gun. He gonna kill me. I'm just gonna turn and walk away. I'll at least compliment him before I leave. That'll lessen the likelihood of him actually killing me.
Can you imagine if Batman recruited Suguru for like Batman Incorporated? It's like, yeah, you're protecting all of Japan. All right,
I can
a lot
hear
of deaths here, guy.
You know the sad thing is, I can hear Kevin Conroy right now. I don't approve of your methods.
It's like, Batman,
your methods are a little bit too bloody.
Sir, you break people's arms for selling weed. Doesn't matter.
Like, you break arms for selling weed. Weed is legal in Gotham now. I can't do that no more. What about coke? Like, what about crack cocaine? I can do it all day. In fact, to be honest with you, nobody's ever complained about me beating up a crackhead. But all of a sudden, it's just weed. You know what? You know who says that? White kids. Because the black kids, they went through that. I didn't have to stop them. They got it bad enough in Gotham. You know what I mean? They got it bad enough in Gotham with all the street crime, with all the mafia. And let's just be honest, I'm not making it any better.
Also, side note, there was a point that I wrote down that I said Suguru is beating motherfuckers on this boat with church shoes.
Yeah.
Yes.
when they did a close up when he had his foot on dude's neck, I was like, is that like church shoes? God damn, he's fucking these people up in church shoes.
Like, everybody got wrecked by some penny loafers.
Bro.
I like how this motherfucker slid in. I love how he slid in that room and just cracked homie's whole neck, because you hear like the 58 bone break, all the bone breaks in the neck. Like, to me, Sonny Chiba just did 2 extra bone breaks more than what Bruce Lee would do. You know what I mean?
That's more than what Solid Snake does.
No, there was two moments on that boat fight that I got to point out. Number one, we got to see that my man clearly had some cream of wheat when he took that stomach shot.
Man, punch him in the stomach, he just spit out. I was like, is that oatmeal?
That's oatmeal. That look like corn.
Pure steel cut oatmeal.
What's the difference?
Throwing up grits. Nigga throwing up grits.
And then the other dude, no, then hold on. Then he grabbed the weapon, right? And he straight Negan the other guy.
Bruh. Yo, what had me rolling was the one where the dude clearly has him on the ropes and he's hanging off the side, and suddenly drops down and grabs him by the leg, and then literally Hurricanranas his ass off the fucking
Yes.
Dog, that was awesome.
Dude,
Indeed,
when he Hurricanrana him off, right? I love how he lands and you
Head first.
he lands head first, right? But you see the paint come out before he even lands.
I know, right?
Also,
Oh no, one of my favorite parts. I just had to say it. Kick in the door, you're on the floor. All you heard was Papa, don't hit me no more. Yo, he kicks in the door, kicks the girl, hops over the. I like how she runs and she falls over the couch. Sonny jumps over onto the couch and just straight up murders a chick.
Actually, hold on.
Awesome.
No, it wasn't even just that. It wasn't even just that. Chris, going back to what you just said, he took everybody out in church shoes, right? I got another good look at those shoes, bruh. Those were the Spike Spiegels.
oh shit, Stacey Adams, goddamn.
They were Spike Spiegel shoes.
Actually, D, you forget he did the Bruce.
Got the zipper on the side.
Actually, Sonny Chiba did the shit that.
What, you got beagle boots on, man? What the?
No, but D, you're underselling how he did Old Girl. He pulled the shit that Bruce Lee did in Enter the Dragon to that white boy when he just jumped on his fucking stomach and it's like, oh.
To my man Ohada, just straight caved in that chest.
I'm
Bruh.
just shocked that they kind of covered up her death, though. You know what I mean?
I mean,
I'm kinda
dignity at
shocked.
least. I mean, it's at least dignity at the very least.
First of all, she took a kunai straight to the forearm.
And then still trying to shoot the guy at that point. I'm like, you know what? You got it, guy.
And the moment she just took that tumble over the couch, she took that bump.
I like the pounce that he did, though.
Yes.
Yo, I'm pretty sure, number one, it looked like he clearly jumped on her leg, hence her screaming the first time. And then the second time is like, oh, and that was the killing blow right there.
It's a crack.
I do also have this feeling that Sonny Chiba hits a little bit too hard than he should.
And then that's where
You look like a guy that we got to cut. Like, hey, man, you can't be hitting that hard, bro.
And then that's where we end up leading up to that shot that we showed earlier in the podcast, the Sonny Chiba cum face, because he grabbed the lowly henchman, the one who wanted nothing to do with the fight whatsoever, grabs him, holds him up. You have no idea what the hell is about to occur. My man all he did was just turn. You just see Sonny turn, cum face, and my man is bleeding out of his damn neck.
But what had me rolling is that when he finally gets to the main office, that's when the lead henchman, not Han, is like, all right, here's what we're going to do. I want to challenge to a duel in the rain.
Oh, you talking about Chinese Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, Chinese Schwarzenegger. Like, yeah, I'm going to duel you in the rain. I was like, okay.
He says, but I'm gonna let constipated looking Shiva from Streets of Rage here fight you.
Yeah.
And if he somehow manages to lose, I'm gonna fight you instead.
Yeah. Which, I mean, is basically kind of their redo of their fight that they had in prison, basically, and stuff. And it's not bad. I mean, obviously, because both of them were pretty equal and stuff. But I just like, so y'all just gonna fight out here in the weather. Y'all might catch pneumonia. That might be the deadly enemy in this fight that nobody wants to talk about.
Oh, I do love that. I do love that industry powered rain that shows up in this movie.
It's like I've been in rain that blows like that, but this is like you said, this is industry power clearly because ain't no global warming wasn't a thing back then. So clearly, this is regular ass rain. It was blowing attached to it. So. You know, but I like how the white dude is sitting up there like, why are they taking so long to fight? I'm like, dog, you can't rush greatness.
You cannot rush this. This is pure greatness. We're watching two gladiators about to duke it out.
But then again, spoken like a typical white guy that doesn't understand this. So
typical white guy with a gun at that. To where I'm like, huh, my man here's got the gun. Something tells me he's gonna get really impatient and he's gonna pull the trigger and do something stupid. And what happens? He shoots freaking Terry.
Pops him in the leg. And I like how old boy is like, you played dirty and just murks him. Like, nah,
he
bro.
Just murked him.
Like, bro.
No, he murked him and he murked not Robert Garcia as well.
I mean, to be fair, he earned it because it's like, bro, I told you, let him fight fair. This motherfucker just gimps him in the leg. I was like, that's fucked up. But at the same time, it's like, bro, you trusted these white folks. What did you think was gonna happen? Come on, like,
It's like you know they're not bound by honor. Are you serious?
yeah. Even today, I like how that kind of keeps up and stuff, you know. But what's funny is that when this is happening, Shirai is sitting up there trying to help him out by saying, "Hey, we're gonna die together and stuff." And he's like, "No, what the fuck are you doing? Like, no, hell no! Like, no, I want to fight him. Don't do this."
It's like stab him through my back.
Like, yo, like, bruh.
She was legit about that life, my dude.
I mean, just.
Look, I get it. This was all of that, sold into sex slavery coming out of her, like all that frustration.
I mean,
and she took that side directly to the back.
Yeah, I mean,
I hope you understand that Sonny, this was barely a flesh wound for him.
So yeah, but like I said, the whole fight when that happens and stuff, that's when the fight ends up continuing and stuff. And he actually gets Suguru on the ropes and stuff, and that's when Suguru decides, all right, time to go on ahead and rip your throat out. And holy shit, it is crazy and gruesome.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I had about enough playing possum. But before that, when he put him, like you said earlier, CJ, he put him on the ropes. I could not help but laugh at the overacting, because when he took that first chest punch, that punch directly to the chest, my man hit the ground, and the way he was twitching, it was that meme of when you nut and she keeps snatching your soul.
It's like
my man was twitching so hard.
Bruh, it's just the fact that he blocked at the last minute and ripped his throat out. It's like, bruh, come on, man.
I can't even call that a block. Like, he just literally just leaned to the left and just reached out and grabbed his
Actually,
throat.
that was a legit real life roll cancel, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a roll cancel.
Now the crazy part is we see what looks like to be his throat that he ripped out, which look like it's just a piece of meat in his fucking hand. It don't even look like it's like a throat. Because even early in the movie, when he quote unquote rips dude's balls out,
yeah, you just saw a bloody rag.
Yeah, we see a bloody rag. I'm like, so did he just rip his balls, or did he just scratch his nuts and it just bled or something? That's what it looked like, But yeah, I mean, this kind of, what it reminded me of? It reminded me of that shit in Roadhouse when Patrick Swayze's character ripped the old dude's throat out.
Which that was very entertaining and satisfying.
True.
Yo, man, that dude had a whole tube in his hand.
but did you love how it just says the end? Not even like, hey, what happened after this? The end for now.
I like how Sonny didn't get his. I just like how he didn't even have his balance yet, and they was like, "All right, so that was the movie, y'all." Hope y'all
hold on. It said the end for now. Watch for Return of the Street Fighter. I was like, wow, you guys knew you were going to get a sequel.
Yep, they already had a sequel plan.
They knew it. That's awesome, man.
It's so abrupt though. That's what makes it so funny. It's like, wow,
a lot of 70s movies were like that. A lot, because when you show the credits in the beginning of the movie, and this was before they started showing all of the people that had something to do with the movie. You play that shit in the beginning, so at the end it's just, all right, y'all done, go home.
Even with the funky 70s music from Cannibal Ferox.
I'll just bring that movie up.
I like how this is a movie that Toei has on YouTube. It is legal.
1080p.
It has been uploaded several times, and I'm like, and Toei has not stopped it. But I think this is in the public domain, so
actually, all of them are on YouTube.
Yeah, I think they all. That's what I'm saying. I think they're all under the
Street Fighter movies are on YouTube.
Yeah,
I think outside of distribution rights, it's under the public domain, so anybody can put it up. It don't matter. And that's why. See, that's the crap I'm talking about. I can't wait till we start putting some other movies in the public domain like that. But that's.
But if you get a chance,
it's gonna be a while for a lot of them, man.
But if you get a chance to, Shout Factory actually has the Blu-ray of all 3 films.
And
this is yeah.
I am looking into making that purchase.
Yes, they have the original, the dub, and the original Japanese audio.
You know what I was surprised? Like, real talk, you want to know what I was surprised? Like, who I'm surprised didn't pick this up?
Who?
Criterion.
See, Criterion.
They don't pick up grindhouse. They don't pick up
classy stuff. So
they got all of Bruce Lee's movies, and they got Jackie Chan movies.
But here's the thing: they're classier than this.
I call bull crap on that because
I do too.
there's quite a few movies that are under.
Uh-oh.
And D got frozen in time.
Hmm?
Oh, never mind. He's back.
Oh, I'm like, what happened? All I heard was, oh, I'm like, what happened? Yo, I hate how Skype still has me in fear every time I hear uh-oh. When I hear uh-oh and I hear a silence of 1 second, that means that I got cut off. Oh my god.
Skype PTSD, like
I hate how that has me programmed. Nigga. Anyway, but
oh,
no, I
Skype,
always
RIP.
yo man, ain't Discord about to get owned by Microsoft too?
Monopoly, capitalism, yay.
Yo man,
Nah, but anyway, but yeah, I'll like it's not shocking that Criterion didn't pick this up, but like I said, when I say classy, it's like I don't know, it just seems like this isn't I don't know, I just say that because
no,
Criterion always
Wait,
comes
hold on. And I
this
can also double up. I can double up on that, dude. They got the whole Lone Wolf and Cub movies.
now see that I believe it. See, I believe that being under Criterion, that I will believe. Not this. Just real talk. No knock on this, but this ain't under Criterion. Cub and Wolf, like he's yes, that movie has inspired thousands of stories.
Seven Samurai, that's another one.
Of course, yes.
Hard boiled.
Of course, all the Kurosawa stuff.
I'm
just surprised. I'm just saying. I'm just surprised this and Sister Street Fighter didn't get picked up.
I don't think they would, dog. Just under who Criterion is, I wouldn't think so. And on top of that, like I said again, it's under the public domain. So I'm not really sure if anybody's going to pick it up like that. But then again, like you said, Shout Factory made a copy of it, so I don't know how really the
Shout Factory grabbing it, cool. I'm actually happy that they got it. I'm happy somebody got a hold of it, got a hold of the original raw footage, got it up-resed to like for Blu-ray quality, and and put in the original Japanese dialogue as well as the proper subtitles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
it's just that, like I said, I don't see something like this going on the Criterion. Just don't. I'll be honest with you, just don't. Like a Kurosawa film, you damn right it would be. This
and to be honest, because I've watched every single one of these Street Fighter movies, like all the Sonny Chibas and the sister Street Fighter movies. If they were to bundle all 7 of those movies together and release them on the Criterion, I don't see Criterion selling this for no less than $50.
Yeah,
because they did it with all the Bruce Lee movies, like all of Bruce Lee's Hong Kong movies and Enter the Dragon, which that's never been done before. They never took all of those movies and sold them together. Like during the time that we've been seeing all these Bruce Lee compilations, somehow Enter the Dragon was always left out because it wasn't part of Golden Harvest. That was Warner Brothers, so they could never sell them as a pack. Yeah. Criterion managed to get all of them together in a pack, and they're selling that bitch for like $90.
Yep.
So for Street Fighter, if it was sold by Criterion, number one, there would be a whole lot of behind the scenes stuff that would probably be unearthed and put into that collection, and probably get some interviews from Sonny Chiba himself or something. Probably get some director commentary. I know they will put a whole lot of stuff into this, but no, I really don't see. I really couldn't see that being sold for no less than $50.
Yeah.
Because how much is Shout Factory selling it for?
I don't know. I mean, I just know Shout Factory did. I do remember Shout Factory did parading it when they were promoting it like a couple of years ago. So
I might need to grab that before that goes out of print.
Well, obviously, but like I said, this movie was like I said, this whole movie was actually pretty entertaining to watch and stuff. It's just I forget that's how like a lot of grindhouse films were and stuff. So it's always funny to me to see that ending the way it goes, and he's stumbling and stuff, and they're picking him up. I was like, that's funny.
Yeah, that's exactly how it ends.
Like, yeah, $35.99.
Not bad. Considering the amount of work went into cleaning it up and and putting in the high def version. So yeah,
new 2K scan of the original film elements of the uncut version of the film, 91 minutes with English and Japanese audio, 2 English dubs, the theatrical dub and the New Line home video dub, Street Fighting Man, an interview with star Sonny Chiba, cutting moments, the Street Fighter trailer, an interview with filmmaker Jack Shoulder, U.S. theatrical trailer, Japanese trailer, and this too is Return to Street Fighter. Same thing, uncut interviews, and then the third one, Street Fighter's Last Revenge. Wow, they really went all out on this.
Perfect.
Yeah, $35.99. Definitely get it.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna grab that.
So yeah, that is it for Street Fighter. So yeah, what is next after this for us? Trying to think.
D, what we got on the chopping block there, sir?
Oh, will he be back? And D's not here.
I think. God, I forgot what we were doing next. Damn it!
I know we were doing that. Hard boiled.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's gonna be. I don't know if we're gonna do that one next, but hard boiled. No. Better tomorrow, not hard boiled. Better tomorrow. My bad.
Yeah, better tomorrow.
Better tomorrow.
I know we got Angel Cop.
Angel Cop. That's gonna be funny. Trying to think. Yeah, trying to think of something else. But I don't know. We'll figure it out and stuff. But anyways, with that in mind, we will catch you guys later. I think me and Sue might. Well, hopefully, if D watches it soon, we can just do a spoiler episode review on Godzilla vs. Kong. Because
I want a whole spoiler already.
Yeah, because I mean, doing a review would just be kind of dumb. It's like you either see it or you don't. So fuck it. We're just gonna do a whole spoiler.
It's all like look, people. It's on HBO Max. I know you got a friend, family member. Get that password, especially if you want to be a cheap ass and not get HBO Max. Just get that password and watch the damn movie.
So, but anyways,
I've already watched it twice.
Exactly. I mean, so anyways, we will catch you guys later. Peace out.
We out.